Previously on Metaphor ReFantazio.
Thanks. Now I feel like I can fight with everything I've got tomorrow.
Oh god, it's actually gonna be like a decision at the end? Is there? There's actually are multiple love interests in this game. They're gonna have like a big, sappy, angry Valentine's Day. We're almost together with chocolates. And they all beat the shit out of me. They're all like literally like my harem of queens, and they beat the shit out of me with my own like my own king scepter. Brah, brah. Take this, eat this royal magic, your highness. Brah. Oh my god. And now for the finale, to facsimile ReFantazio.
Hello!
This is NicoB, back with some more Metaphor ReFantazio. When we last left off, all right guys, this is it, the end of the journey. Time to go and fight Luis. And by fight Luis, I mean first I gotta go say some parting words to all my friends and talk about how I changed their life and I'm just the best person ever and everything. And who is taking a large chunk here? And anyway, let me tell you all about how amazing you are, Bizzle. No, not really, you don't have, no, seriously, we're gonna sit here and I'm gonna talk about it for the next 8 hours. Okay, it's just, we gotta stop Luis. He's gonna kill us all in a bit. No, I'm gonna let you, if you don't let me finish it, I will disown you as my son. Okay, fine, Jesus. So I wrote you a poem. It gets very sexual, by the way, so I hope you're ready. Oh, god damn it. But it was sweet. I did enjoy it. It was like a bit of a victory lap for everybody. And also showed that apparently Judah and Katharina were actually sort of into Bizzle as well. So, cool. Let's have a harem again. Persona harems didn't die. Huzzah. He said with incredible sarcasm. I don't know, it does feel like the game really does canonically really push Yufa the most. But I'll be curious if there actually is a choice at the end. I don't think there will be. I don't even know if they'll even like indicate like who is the one true one. I think it's probably like, it's up to you and your brain to decide, but I don't know if the game will actually say anything. But with that, we headed to the Tyrant Star, which was unsurprisingly chock full of humans, as well as a bunch of teeth. And also a bunch of bosses that we fought before. Granted, I only fought one of them, but I sort of got the gist of it. And by killing these, we would essentially weaken the final boss. We don't want to do that. I'm already a god. I don't want to turn Luis into a little baby mouse I squashed with my god Basilio powers. So we're going to make this a one real fight on fucking hard mode at full power. Show Luis I'm the best man. He's my bitch. You guys did point out though, there's some pretty funny ones. Like apparently the baby like shows up again and like Hulkenberg and Stroll and Heismay all like freak out about it. So that's cool. That's funny. I'm sure they're fun, but to be honest, I just don't, if I'm not actually going to commit to it, I really don't want to run through and fight all these fucking bosses. It's just gonna take forever. It's gonna take me like an hour and a half probably to kill them all and see it all. And then I have to go and do the final boss. Even if it all gets cut down, it's like, dude. And like that would also just take up a huge chunk of the episode. I think at this point, let's just see the end, man. By the way, one quick thing I do want to point out, some of you may or may not notice, the game might look a little fuzzier right now than it has been in these past few episodes. Well, unfortunately, my new computer that I ordered and have had for about 8 months is kaput. It is dead. And by dead, I mean the CPU on it basically was failing. If you don't know about it, it basically has to do with the Intel 13th and 14th gen CPUs having an issue with a bit of microcode in it that essentially causes it to draw too much power and it overvolts itself and it's been causing the devices to fail across the country. Like they're just degrading. Now in October, like around early fall, a motherboard manufacturers released a BIOS update that essentially seemingly fixed it. But I actually started seeing just problems like about a month or two into having my PC. And I wasn't able to get that BIOS update until a little ways into it. So by then the damage was already sort of done and it just has been sort of getting progressively worse and worse and worse and worse. And now I've reached a point where I can't even fucking open Chrome on YouTube without it crashing all the time. Good news is I could send it back to where I got it from, Main Gear, the manufacturer, and they will exchange it free of charge. So thank you. Good on you, Main Gear. I still had a warranty on it, thankfully. But in the meantime, that doesn't mean I'm going back to my old PC, which cannot record in 4K. Granted, I was able to with remember I went through the whole 4K Magewell device in my system. I used that to record like things like Rebirth and Persona 3 Reload. But that also had a problem with all this like massive stuttering that would happen just randomly. And then funny enough, that same stuttering happened on my brand new PC. Apparently it's just something that happens with those PCIe graphics cards. What ended up being the solution was a USB-C Elgato X, because USB-C is just fast as fuck. But unfortunately, this PC of mine, this old one, does not have a USB-C slot on it. It's like 6 or 7 years old. So I can't actually use that. So I've gone back to just using my Elgato HD60, which is all reliable. It works great, but it can only record at 1080p. So the image quality here, while I am actually rendering the video out in 4K, the actual in-game resolution here is only 1080p, so it's just gonna look a little fuzzier than it has been. I know it kind of sucks that this is happening like literally in the finale of this, but I mean, I can't really do much about that. Hardware should be what they are. That's not really gonna matter that much for, like, you know, Trails in the Sky the Third, which was already, you know, an old ass game. But I know it might be a little bit noticeable here, so I'm sorry about that. Hopefully I'll get my PC back within like a couple of weeks, but we'll see. Anyway, last episode, Skytraxon7695 said, Bizzle shaking hands with Brigitta. Denny, release the sharks! Ah, yes. The sexy handshake. I should have known. In truth, every handshake I've been doing has actually been me sex shaking with them and cheating on my beloved Yufa. Denny is like, you whore! You fucking dirty whore! Now what can I say? Ain't I just a stinker? But I actually really like that Denny like gave me that, like, you know, the talk that the brother, you know, like generally has to give to like a potential love interest of their sister, where you're just sort of like, hey bro, I like you, but if you do anything to hurt my sis, I will fucking kill you. I kind of appreciated that. As a brother of a sister, I understand and can sympathize with that. So Skytraxon, thank you so much. Your hilariously accurate comment. And is that reason you are comment of the day. But all right, guys, here we go. We are at the end of all things here. It's finally time to go give Luis his what's for. And I'm just excited to see how this story's gonna come to an end, because there's still a lot of plot that has not really been talked about and discussed, like with the heroes of past and the identity of the woman, who is, I think, pretty obviously my mom, but we haven't said it yet. So I don't know, I'm excited to see all this come to an epic climax. I guess real quick, I should probably go ahead and give everybody some healing here. I gotta have all these fucking MP restoring items I took with me. I mean, granted, I could go into the fight with a merchant class and just use one, but nah, it's whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna use all of them here in the end anyway. I didn't actually do any more off-screen grinding either. I thought about it, but I think up at this point, I'm just already like kind of cracked. I mean, we're fighting this dude on hard mode. Let's double check. Still on that hard mode, right? Yep. And he's gonna be at full power, so let's see how it fucking goes. Let's go, guys.
Look. Should be able to proceed from here. Disconnected to that old light, I suspect.
Yep.
I can feel his magma from here. We cross, Luis will be waiting.
Fucking better be. At last, the time's come to decide the true victor. This will be the final time we fight Luis.
I'll definitely...
Can't allow the role match to be used for destruction. It's up to us to stop him. So let's bring the curtain down and end this farce once and for all.
What do you think?
Feel a strong presence. Do you want to keep heading towards Luis?
Yeah, sure, I don't give a shit. But let's end this. Right, let's go. I'm gonna go up there and Luis is like, wow, you really didn't kill all those other dudes out there that would have maybe like level 1. I mean, cool. Good for you. You're a real one. Just sitting on his fucking chair.
I confess, I did not believe you would actually survive the gauntlet.
Oh, please. Think about what you're trying to achieve. Nothing could stop us from getting to you.
I can accept that you hate injustice. Maybe we do share that. But I have to ask, Luis, why go to this extreme? Is it because you're Elda? You saw your village destroyed for petty, evil reasons. Is this revenge?
Revenge? Ludicrous. That would accomplish nothing. An entire tribe does not become so derided to the point of genocide by authority figures alone, but by the vice of the society in which that ignorance is born. Indeed, it would be equally petty of me to take only the heads of the few familiar guilty, for my own satisfaction. No, I would not repay injustice with injustice.
Yeah, see, that's, I didn't think, this isn't about revenge for him. That's what I sort of thought. It's more about like, this system is broken. I need to fix it, right?
Then why? You drew the entire nation into your scheme without hesitation. If not revenge, then what would compel you to such ends?
It is true that I was born in the ancient sanctum, but I never held any fondness for the place. The Elder have long lived in hiding, clutching the truths of the world to themselves alone. A tribe of doors locked and secrets encoded. I wanted to change that isolation. And then, at long last, a man from outside the village came to visit. None other than your father, Prince.
That's...
No royalty, he dreamed that the tribes might stand side by side as equals. And he rejected none of our village's history, however inconvenient to his worldview. I saw him with the eyes of a child. And for the first time, I felt a dream stir. Were there more idealists like him in the world outside? Was my life of hiding at an end? Under the canopy of that gloom-thick forest, all I wanted was to leave and live upon the open plains beneath a wider sky. That was all. As for what happened to the ancient sanctum afterwards, it is a story you've already been told.
It was set aflame and crushed beneath the church's heel. The sanctist warrior monks and ordinary guardsmen alike, all in the palm of Forden's hand.
Neighbors and kin I'd known all my life were soon nothing but ash on the wind. Too quick to realize their own deaths. I was but a child, trembling before a wall of fire. It was a massacre. It had nothing to do with any hate on either side, or retaliation for any perceived offense. It was only pure injustice. A selfish act of devastation. One thought alone burned in my mind. I would never let it happen again. And so did I walk onward.
It was tragic.
Thus, I choose to make this a land of eternal, perfect equality, even should it cost my life. I shall return the anxieties endowed upon this scepter, and let it be heard. To burden others with your own fears and responsibilities is cowardice. My royal magic shall craft a world where that cannot be. Such cowardice dies.
You know, it's really it is a really interesting thing, and this is what makes, I think, a captivating villain, where like you can kind of see what he's talking about, like really, right? Like it is sort of crazy because it will essentially destroy the whole world, because people can't just be dumped that shit suddenly out of the blue and expect them to be able to like cope with it. But to him, he's like, well, if they do, right, the strong will come on top, people who can handle it will, and the rest will just die, but we'll all be equals. But I mean, will that really be the case? No, there'll still be people who will be stronger than others. It's like, so in the end, it's like, it's still idealistic, and it's still like not likely going to go the way he wants. Nobody will prosper there. There are other solutions. What a lonely way of thinking.
What a lonely way to see things. That's what turned you so cold-blooded, eh? First I've heard of it, but... Sorry. Means we got all the more reason to kill you.
Luis! You're not describing a nation that condemns evil. You're describing a nation that's entirely blind to it. A land of amoral beasts, not people. In the end, I think you're still trapped. You've been stuck in that night of flames all your life. You don't trust anyone. That's why you can only imagine a world apart from you. Unless you can face that anxiety within yourself, then you're no different from everyone you've rejected.
So be it. From the beginning, I have championed world order determined by power. All that remains is for me to realize my truth by burying you beneath it. You are not the sole wielders of these lost archetypes. I am Luis, bearer of the royal scepter. With only a thought, the power of kings is mine to command.
What?
Behold, and I will reveal the secrets still beyond you.
Oh boy. Uh-oh. Damn, he's naked.
Come, we decide our world's future here.
Looking very like Maester Seymour there. His final form.
as it has never been before. All of it, foundation for my new, better world.
Actually, no, he's actually look more like an Egyptian god or something. It's cool, actually. Cool and sexy.
You are but an audience, powerless to tread on history's stage. Let it begin.
Take this!
Oh shit, Gallica's doing something.
All of us. We fight for your
Giving more
ideal world.
bullshit, yes. Is there actually anything to steal from this guy? Nah, of course not. That'd just be stupid. Archdemon Luis Carrarati. Demon Lord! He's a fucking demon lord. Now we're talking. Now you're speaking my language.
I have my methods.
Time for me to become the god I was always meant to. Give me even more churns. It's gonna extend beyond the edge of the screen. Power. Okay, give him fucking more power.
I'll use what I must.
Man, I sure hope this guy doesn't reflect strike attacks. Otherwise, I'm about to nuke the shit out of myself here. Okay, let me move forward a little bit here.
Now, what's the play?
Warlord! Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
let's
bitch.
do this. You better
Oh,
be ready.
Luis, hope you're ready. This is about to fucking hurt. Take all that shit down. And with the McGeady Leon. Ooh, not bad, actually.
Face my wrath.
Octoing Crush. Ha! Oh, you're done. Oh, that is so fucked up, dude. Fucking. Oh my god, that's so fucked up. Oh my god. Just I was like, no, now your turns are all done.
All right.
That is so fucked up. Just like this is fucked up. Fucking. Get June out here.
Leading lady.
I will
Come on,
crush
help me out.
in your heart.
The fantasy in your heart. Oh yeah, give us the boost.
Who should I beat?
Who should I beat down fast?
Get ready.
Fucking.
This suits me best.
God damn,
I'll
dude.
use what I must.
You crazy motherfucker.
Barely staying awake.
Basilio. All right.
Very good. By all means, challenge me. Stake everything you have on this battle. I will face your convictions head on and crush them. This is but my first step towards my ideal world.
I legit think Luis is like the best Atlus villain ever. Like, this is the best villain Atlus has ever made. He's fucking awesome, dude.
There is no hope for you.
No, damn it, Dakunda.
Face my wrath.
Quad wing sweep. Damn it, Heisman did not dodge it. Boatona.
There is no hope.
Oh, ball sack. Now I gotta start all over again.
Come to me.
Oh
He's
shit.
gathering an unbelievable amount of magla around him. We can't let him finish whatever he's doing. Try to interrupt his attack somehow. Focus your attacks. We've got to stop him before he takes us out in one shot.
The magic seed.
Ah!
Magma buildup dissolving.
There we go.
There is no hope for you.
Yeah, fucker.
Face my wrath.
Okay, just dodge Heisman. Thank you, Heisman. Oh, you stupid bitch. You should know better. Oh god, I got a critical. Fuck yeah.
I do not fear death. And yet,
To Basilio, too strong, man. Basilio too strong. Heisman too strong. Stroll too strong. Me too strong. Dude, Heisman's thing where just like it just drains all of their turn icons is so fucking busted.
If I say so
I
myself.
love it so much though. Give me go ahead and give me 13 of these things.
greater heights.
Give me more fucking demon power, sure. Fucking put an agility, I don't give a shit.
Shall rise to the
Power. Yes.
Yeah,
Power.
feels nice.
Alright, now what? How you think of that? That's right, put your clothes back on.
I think we've won this one. So the power I have now is not enough.
The Magla drawn to the royal scepter has faded more than I expected. Just as I thought. I would be a fool to underestimate you, but I made a decision that day. Even if history remembers me as a destructor king, I will put an end to the injustices of this world.
What? What are you?
I commend you. Clearly no half measures will do. If I am to take your lives, I must stake my own. And all its power.
Ooh, his character model getting the crazy fucking eyes now.
Damn, we can't get close. Tis a tremendous aura.
I have a vision, and you will interfere with it no longer. Wait!
Is he gone? Oh.
It's his gauntlet runner.
Luis still has the royal scepter. If we let him buy time, there's no telling
just
what
bailing?
he'll do.
Bloody hell! We can't even go after him.
There's no time to go back down to land and reorganize. We'll do whatever it takes to get that scepter back before the dawn.
Come back, asshole!
Ah, everyone! That bastard Luis took to his Skyrunner!
We know, dude!
Yes, we know. Can you go after him?
It'd be suicide, lad. Oh, suppose it's too late to back down now. Well, I was saving some reserve power for the trip home. But if we're using it here, we're using it here.
The Runner's near its limit. Even if we catch up to him, we may not have a way to get into the Corellius. We don't have a choice. We need to put a stop to Luis, to the destruction he would cause.
Well, chums, batten down the hatches and brace for the storm.
We all about that demon die tonight! We wouldn't have it any other way, Nuris. You always go out in a blaze of glory.
Hop to it now, get in! I'll just fire up the...
Look over there! Enemies! Ugh, of all times.
Oh god, it's the ears, they're coming! Fucking weird ears.
Where did they all come from?
He's trying to slow us down. Ain't like Luis to put off a fight, but I suppose he's too cornered to be picky anymore.
Hold on! The old girl's still barely holding together. She can't take off that quickly.
Shut up, old man. We gotta go.
Your Highness, you get in the runner first. We'll buy you some time for takeoff.
We can fight them together.
No. Even if we get the Skyrunner off the ground, it'll all be for naught if anything happens to you. No need to fuss anyway.
No.
We'll just kick them around for a bit while preparations are underway.
No, Stroll. No, I can't leave you here. I can't leave you.
Does that work for everyone else?
Fine. Suppose I'll keep you company.
Had you not suggested it, I would have done so myself.
What else are we gonna do? Twiddle our thumbs inside while Norris does all the work.
Whack.
Nearus, don't let us down now.
Right. I'll get it done, damn it. Hop in, Your Highness.
God damn it all.
Let's do this.
We hold the line!
That's a lot of dudes. No! My friends! No! Holy shit.
We must endure this.
Oh shit, get full anime. I summon a fucking dragon!
Got it. We're powered.
Guys, get on the fucking ship! Come on!
Not good. They're going for the Sky Runner.
Not on my watch.
Not on my goddamn watch.
Let's wreck him.
Hey, what are you doing?
Sure you want to die next to me, old man? Thought you ate platypus.
Aye, it's true I don't understand you and I never will.
Ha!
But I know I don't hate you, boy.
Ha boy!
Let's go!
Let's go, boys! Damn, this is cool as fuck. God damn it, we're gonna have our big anime fight here at the end of all things.
We fly!
Dude, Basilia could fucking get solo every one of these guys.
What? A noble must protect his people! Take this!
No, straw!
Finally, I've earned my title.
No, not all my love interests!
She flies. Straight and steady. Our kingdom is in your hands, my prince.
I have to go fucking fight Luis all by myself?
We've gotta go back! They're going to!
We can't go back now.
We have to!
Take cover in the back. You made my dreams come true. You and the rest of them. If we live, we'll meet again.
What are you?
Let's fly!
Should give me goosebumps. I'm so fucking ready. Ah! Ow! All my friends are fucking dead. Damn it. He's just chilling out up here. Hey, bitch. All right, so I don't have Basilia anymore, so this might be a little harder.
You've lost everything, and yet still here you stand. I must say your audacity is almost admirable. However, you rejected me, and I will not relinquish the royal scepter. Since we cannot come to terms, we can only decide this through battle. I have but one final question. Prince, do you wish to stop me? Or do you wish to be king? What is it you truly want?
I want to stop you. I want to be king. It's the same thing. It doesn't matter.
They're the same thing.
But they are not. The king shouldered the people's pain all he could, and still his paradise never came. You need only look at the kingdom now to see that. But it hardly matters now. My ascension is complete. With my own hands, I will tear apart these lie-laced dreams and bury the past. Here ends the royal bloodline and the legacy of the archetypes. We stand on the threshold of a new dawn, a new age.
I can't listen to any more of this. What new age? What do you know about him? All you do is destroy. You refuse to believe in dreams. That's why you can't believe in anything that's gradual, complicated, and slow to change. All that means is that you give up on everything. You'll never beat us. You're nothing but a coward trying to escape this reality for one you made up.
The time for words has passed.
Stop talking to me, he says.
So be it.
Holy shit. Get naked again? Come on, bro. We already went through this.
Such intense magla.
You seem to conveniently miss me. Thank God, Luis. I'm sorry, I didn't put my glasses on. Did I hit you? No, I just hit on your feet. I'm sorry, my bad.
The quintessential force of the archetype. Is this all?
Such strength. How? It's happening so quickly.
Behold, this is the Royal Scepter's potential. Resist no longer. As I said, I would rather not force needless death upon you. Embrace it once more. Take your true form and become worthy of my new world.
No, not the thing. Don't do the thing.
You are unfazed by the melancholy.
I don't know, I feel pretty phased right now.
Yet you thirst. Drink deep of the magnet.
No, stop it, I don't want to. Stop juicing me up, bro.
Not again!
Oh, now fuck your shit. I'm gonna rip my own goddamn heart out. I'm just gonna murder myself instead. Oh.
What?
Oh, this time I actually ripped. Oh! Sick! Not my metaphorical heart. I actually ripped my own real heart. Damn, that's fucking raw, bro. Ow. Ow, fuck.
This can't be. Wake up! I said wake up! Hey, please.
My obstacles are clear. The boy
Open your eyes.
is no more.
Boy.
Wake up!
It's like shit, he offed himself for me.
You have to wake up.
It's that fucking book again. Give me the power of fantasy. Ow. Well, better say about it more real quick.
Where? Are you awake now? I summoned you just in time. Do you remember what happened? What you've done?
Loose cast spelling.
I ripped out my... I'm frankly amazed you would go to such lengths, even to fight back against the spell. If I hadn't saved you, you really would be dead. But rest assured, we're finally safe. As for where we are far, far away from that hellish world.
Am I safe though? And where the fuck even is this place? I've been all over the fucking world more. Where is this place?
Do you remember the first time we met? I was sure you would find a clue in your journey that might reveal where in the world this place is. So I believed anyway, but I was wrong. From the start. This place is It was never of that world to begin with. No. Maybe there's a better way to put it. This is a place that exists between reality and fantasy.
This place exists between dream and reality, might and matter.
In other words, the world we've been living in is fantasy. The journey was all an illusion.
What?
An illusion?
There's nothing but despair in that world. And it will never get better. It's an endless, painful, irredeemable hell. I'd always believed that creating a utopia was possible. And if there was desire, then I thought maybe one day someone would achieve it. But I came to realize I was mistaken. In the end, fantasy is just that. A fantasy. But all that primordial chaos only exists in that world. The world of reality is nothing like that. Really, it's an environment you should know quite well. You've come to know so much of it already. Through text on a page.
What the hell? Huh? What? We're saying that the whole game is actually just fantasy, and then the real world is just us for real? But then what about the remnants of humanity left behind there? And what?
Now, behold!
Behold! Uh-oh. What the fucking fuck, dude?
Isn't this?
Indeed. It's the world I wrote accounts of in my novel. Until now, you've thought this world a mere fantasy. But it's not.
So the world I know is all an illusion. And the world of the novel is reality?
What the fuck?
Surely you already know. There is no deadly magic, no prejudice between its people. Now, all you have to do is admit that everything you've been through has been nothing but a story, just a fantasy. Then this can be your perfect reality.
What the fuck? What? Also, no, the real world is definitely not a perfect reality. What the fuck are you talking about? There's no prejudice. Are you fucking high more? What's going on?
Your journey of revolution was just a passing dream. Let me take you back to reality,
Fucking cow. Why does everything always come back to Shibuya? You can do that.
What will happen to my friends?
You don't have to worry. As long as you can accept that this place is real, everyone will be safe. That world is past any point of redemption. Change is impossible. The royal magic was supposed to be the turning point, but it was all for nothing. In the end, people don't want their world to change. They just want someone to be a sponge for their infinite anxieties. That's all. You can't blame Luis for wanting to end that cycle. How could anyone accept that they lived in a world that miserable?
Yeah, you know what? You're right. Let's fucking give it. No.
Even so, I don't want to give up on it.
Come on, snap out of it!
What?
Her voice.
My, such disbelief on your face. But once you stop to consider it, the ideas fall apart.
More, are you actually a bad guy?
Come now. Magic? Some otherworldly force capable of anything with anxiety as its fuel?
Ha!
A fanciful idea to sustain a fantasy world. Illusion. All of it.
This is getting hella meta, isn't it? I like it's just like, this magic anxiety making you a fucking demon? This shit's fucking some stupid RPG horse shit made by a company that doesn't give a fuck about you!
Those curiosities in academia, they were there because of the place's connection to true reality. And not even they could endure.
What about your little house out here? Are you just like a little exhibit in the middle of Shibuya or something. Where someone like, come walk inside, enjoy your own Metaphor ReFantazio experience. It was all really all illusion, even magic.
You still don't believe me. Why is that?
I have unfinished business there. This place isn't real.
This place? I know it's not real.
But why? What unfinished business remains in an unwinnable battle?
Oh.
If I hadn't saved you, you would have died there. You don't have to chase your fears and anxieties based on some misguided concept of justice. It was all illusory, and there is no shame in accepting that.
Oh, no, he might actually be gaslighting me here. He might be trying to just get me to accept this new reality so I can just move on. So I don't have to, like, keep trying here.
Reality is a monolith. Reality is unchangeable.
I don't know.
So stay here in Utopia. In the place you loved reading about so much.
You're right. Fucking suck a dick. I'm gonna just give up on everything. I don't give a shit anymore.
This place, it isn't a utopia.
I've been thinking about it for some time. Does the novel truly depict the ideal world? Oh, fuck this song. Hell yeah. You don't hear the start of the game. I was always so shocked. This is such a banger.
You mean you deny it? Will you deny that the world of the novel is utopia?
I understand now. It's hard to say, but this place isn't an ideal world after all. And
I can at least cast my usual spell for you. It's the small comforts, right? Music was the first magic this world ever knew after all. Makes the road a little easier, right?
Melly, I've come to know echoes around me, rousing my spirit once goddamn even more. Magic has been lost.
The journey, my friends, they were as real as anything I've known.
Why won't you understand? Please, I don't want you to die. I can't lose anything else. Truly, I see. I understand now. I remember. I had indeed lost everything. Despite my lofty ideals, I lost everything. Academia, the woman I loved, even my only child. Reality isn't just cruel. It's cruel beyond any hope of change. That's why I had wished for someone to strike me down and end my misery.
What? Did this accent just change? What happened?
Who are you?
If I were to call myself by a name you know, my name is Hethlodius V. I once reigned as king.
What the fuck, Dad? Dad, is that you? Why are you so young and hot? What the hell?
Or I'm half of one, to be accurate. I was born of the very magic that split the prince in twain and gave rise to you.
What? Oh my god, what the fuck? What? So you're like the king's nobody like I am. Like I'm the nobody of the fucking prince. That means you need to go combine with your old man self and no, you know, I'm pretty okay with how I am now. What?
And this place. No, it is not real. We are inside the book you hold. It served as your key to visiting me. This was the form of my youth. When first I entered the ancient sanctum. Perhaps it would be best to call me a discarded shadow of idealism.
Wow. Wow, I did not see this coming at all. And I feel like the writing could have been on the wall here. I could have maybe figured this out, but goddamn no, man. Not at all. And it's funny, yeah, he's getting himself more of an accent too. I think that they did that intentionally just to make it harder to realize.
I once took such joy and passion from my ideals. I truly believed that I might end the strife and discrimination that plagued our people across nigh endless years. But the tremendous incomprehension and injustice that defines our world, it was more than I could bear. It broke me. And Luis is likely going through the same thing.
So he also wrote the book. So my dad, King Hydraulis, is actually the one who wrote the story as well. But he talked about his friends too, right? Which I assume meant like us, like the heroes of old or whatever, right? How long ago was that? How old are you, bro?
I want to save you from that despair. I understand now that I would do this as your father. I could not bear to lose my child a second time.
I am your father, Bizzle. No, it's fucking impossible. I feel like it's very unlikely, very implausible, in fact. Maybe, sort of, kind of, maybe? I don't know. I don't understand what's happening anymore. So, okay, this place isn't actually real after all. So, I liked they were getting super meta there, right? Super hella meta there. But no, in reality, this is the inside. We're inside this quote-unquote utopia that he made. That looks like our world, but isn't, obviously.
If you stay here, at least you'll be saved. Do you truly still want to leave this place and risk your life to face a reality you can't change?
Battle's not over. If I stay, I've already lost.
If I stay here, then I've already lost.
You are on the cusp of dying in Luis's hands. Is that not proof enough that we lack the power to change reality? I can't let you throw your life away against that man. I must stop you. Even if you come to hate me for it. Fantasy is a curse, sweet in seeming. And if I must save you from it, I will teach you what reality is.
Uh-oh. Oh, fuck. No, Dad.
I suppose how I promised to travel the world someday is destined to be only another unfulfilled dream. Archetypes embody the power of heroes who sought to change the world. And even having mastered such power against Luis, you could accomplish nothing. I wrote all my ideals into my novel, but my love's death showed me how empty it all was. You cannot sacrifice your one life for an empty dream.
I have to try at least.
Why can't you see that those ideals will only invite ruin? If no one else, you must live.
And it's funny because now that he's remembered everything, right? He's essentially sort of reverted back to what his old man self is, right? Where he is just like given up, basically, right? Granted, in this way, he feels like what he's doing is trying to save me, right? But it's still just another form of giving up, right? By making a fake reality for myself.
That world is beyond your help, beyond any utopia. You must face reality, my son.
No, your reality is nothing more. More, defeat more. Wow, so I feel like I'd fight you one day more.
Let's go.
Or should I call you Dad?
Come forth, royal soul.
I'll show you what happens.
Time for some close comp. Let's go.
This is gonna be my fucking future dad.
So you would vainly struggle onward in the real world. The novel I wrote for you seems to have kindled only ideals of naivete in you. Then even my folly has come to haunt you. My mistakes poison your life. As your father, you leave me no choice. I will put an end to this madness!
It's okay.
No. It's okay, Dad.
The magic seed!
It was in this story, in this book, where you found your ideals. Haven't you always dreamt of utopia? Why do you resist it now? Why refuse me?
Behold, I walk a royal path.
I walk a royal path, Dad. I also want to kill him too quickly. I could definitely do it, but I'm just gonna whack him. I want to see him do things.
I will.
You're here?
Why? You were my first reader. You of all people have to understand. This is for your sake.
Best for most dramatically.
Be reasonable.
A tough one.
Why?
You're here?
Come on, Dad. Fight back. Ha!
I have no choice.
A tough one. Still up?
You must.
Adamant Nightblade.
I have no choice.
Cool. All right, Dad. I'm sorry.
So this is what it means to truly strive toward an ideal. What irony. After I spoke of fulfilling my dream alongside you.
I love this song, dude. This song's awesome. That's why I was shocked when we only heard it at the start of the game, but now it's used to super dramatic effect.
To see the archetypes brought to such heights in so little time. If you go back now, your ambitions will avail you nothing. You'll only die a dog's death. What is it that drives you so?
I'm not sure myself. You gave up.
You gave up on your hopes, but I will not.
What? You think I chose to give up? Are you this determined to cling to your beliefs? Is that truly what separates us and keeps me confined here? Such power. Can it be? No matter how dire your fate, you never gave up. You surmounted every barrier, gathered and united soul after soul, and now, at last, across 3 nations, 8 tribes, and humankind, to unite heroes across such abyssal divides would require surpassing power. The king of all archetypes. Is that the role you would seize? A true king in body and soul.
Do you hear me? Your Highness!
Oi! Wake up, Your Highness!
My friends are alive!
How? Their voices reach you? Even here? It would seem your future is not yours alone to decide.
I have a fight to win.
The support and ardor of your allies. Yes. The very power that reveals paths beyond your own perspective. I see. That is whence you draw your power. Neglect anxiety, and magic will lead to ruin. Even before the war of destruction, the downfall was foretold. Yet still, they met their prophesied end. Perhaps archetypes are the will of humankind of old, left to us. A plea that we learn from their failures, that we might rebuild the future ripped from them.
I have to try. I want to know how far I can go.
Fascinating. Even as you face down the gravest oppression of reality, still you persist. Still you seek the world's unknowns as precious possibility. I see. Well, if you can believe there is more to the story than the end I see, then it is yours to tell. Once you return to reality, this place will surely fade as the dream it is. I, myself, will not be spared. Unlike you, my other half is long gone. And any reunion, lost. But if I truly am the idealized soul and hope of your father, then before I fade, I entrust you with the power of my life. Not as the author more, but as your father, the king.
The king. Am I about to get the king's archetype here? No longer the prince? I'm a fucking king now, boy! The scene for me fades away. Back in academia. I wrote my ideals as a fantasy novel because I believe that there is power in fantasy. Though all my story ultimately did was trail in the glories of the past, perhaps yours will show us the true power of fantasy.
Now then.
Oh, okay. I thought you were about to die. You're still here, though. Okay. Wait. So, are we good? I thought you were about to die there, man. I guess I just meant the fantasy of that, or the reality, right? What do you call reality? So carry on as you would. Make your final preparations. My time is more may be coming to an end, but I can continue to serve you in that role. This could very well be my last time here. I should ensure I leave with no regrets. Oh, hey. Scroll says the formula for the royal magic. I finally understand it all now. This is unmistakably the formula for the royal magic invoked by the king. Small wonder it was found in this room, for I myself am the former king who wrote it, at least in part. The royal magic brought many wonders to fruition. The essence of my spell stems from one simple wish, the desire for guidance. One who would bring about the emergence of a hero, a seeker who would play an indispensable role in making this country rediscover the virtue it had lost. Not in my wildest fantasy could I imagine that you, whom I thought long dead, would become that hero. The power of guidance, a hero emerges. Then the secret archetype I awakened to was...
Yes.
After I committed the formula, I used the royal scepter to invoke the magic that would put things into motion upon my death. Once it began, those words coursed through my mind. I know not what spurred me to do so, but I wrote them all down with frantic urgency. That's why the language of a faraway land is scrolled throughout the scroll. Even now, I don't know the full significance of them. However, I can only imagine they were an essential part in reaching the true seeker I sought. In any case, that very hero appears before me now. The cogs have been in motion, can no longer be stopped. O great hero, I entrust the future of this kingdom to you. So, the truth of academia. More study was magically created within the fantasy novel that Bizzle carries. It would be more accurate to say that academia was created from the former king himself, with more at its core as opposed to more acting as the creator. The eccentric interior is thought to be based on the former king's research center at the Mage Academy. Oh, okay. I see. The truth of archetypes. A fundamental process in magic is invocation, the precise envisioning of a phenomenon that brings it to its being. Realizing an archetype is a highly advanced version of this technique, requiring an even greater process of clarity of a greater number of phenomena. That's a what? What did I just read? But this alone is insufficient. Fully manifesting an archetype requires the user give vivid form to their intentions. A depiction of their ideals, a distilled representation of their own desire, their own will. To change the world, there is no higher form of magic. To evoke such magic distills the physical self into a magical existence, a super being capable of handling these phenomena with ease. However, it is impossible to fully contemplate the extremely complex notion of a character through imagination alone. To fully comprehend that character requires discovering it from the real world. The psyche of man is multifaceted, and one must truly acknowledge and accept that even within the self exists an unconscious aspect of the mind. It is thus more accurate to say that the power is a result of heroic virtue and revolutionary spirit that awakens within a person undergoing adversity, rather than to call it a skill gained through disciplined training. That was a lot of words. Interesting, but I'd have to read that 3 more times to fully comprehend what I just read. Basically, fantasy made reality. As for the Seeker's research, allow me to close the book on it. It's already well beyond the scope of anything I could have imagined.
Hello.
So no more of this. Be of no additional use to you. Rather, I feel as though I'm the one who's benefited from it, considering all I've learned. I don't realize there's anything else to do here. I already got all the summons. I did get all the masks, but it's fine. Actually, I don't know. I didn't get a new archetype, I don't think. Like, I thought maybe I got the king's archetype or something, but no. It's, I think my dad essentially, like, is bringing me back to life. Like, he's giving what's left of more of this other part of him, and is using that to bring me to revive me. At least that's what I think is happening. Is there anything else to look at here before I seemingly leave forever? Oh, the text has nearly disappeared, so it's difficult to read. Oh, interesting. I can't even read these anymore. It's all because this place is starting to fade. But at this point, I've already mastered everything, right? So it's fine. I didn't need it. I never did. All right, thanks, Dad. I'm gonna miss you.
All right.
If you leave here, you will never be able to return. Are you certain you've done all you need to? I'm ready. When you leave that door, a predicament awaits you. That's even a strong enough word. Luis transformed into a demon, and at his side, death itself.
However,
but you have already overturned your fated demise once. If you do emerge victorious and become king, you will truly have proved your ideals correct. That fantasy is not just an empty dream, but one with the power to change the world. It seems as though my novel has outlived its usefulness. Feel free to leave the old book here. So wait, so I still don't understand who were your friends? Who was Nico? You know, who's the one that I wrote my name for, right? Like, who is that? Didn't he say that, like, I had, like, friends and stuff that we went on a journey together? Was that just, like, the people that he knew, like, at the academy or something? Or, like, yeah, and they didn't even bring it up when I read that, the king's thing there, right? It didn't actually bring up this, and, like, all it did was show that one picture before of Nico, right? Which was, like, this old seeker-looking guy, right? That represented that power, like, but since then, we really have not brought that up, like, again at all. So I'm like, was it significant? Is it significant? What is it? What's going on? From now on, you'll be the one writing the story. Your own true tale of fantasy.
the kingdom rests in your hands now. If there is yet any value to believing in something beyond us, prove to me that fantasy has the power to color reality. Now, onward, O King of a new dawn!
Everyone! He's awake!
Is he all right?
Get out of my way!
Thank the stars.
Huh. Considering it was we who engaged Amata's gambit, this must be rather humorous to him.
Nah.
We pulled through, thanks to Neurus. Can't believe he caught us mid-plummet on that busted Skyrunner.
Somehow.
Well, don't leave out Heis, mate. Wouldn't have expected his wings to be so handy.
Never again.
We're in good shape. Our wounds have already healed.
And mine too, apparently.
This is so fast. I'm still a little shocked.
Where's my heart?
True. It's bound to be everyone hoping the best for us below. Like what Luis did. Only the magic working in reverse.
Oh, we're on the ship right now. Okay. I thought we were still on the Gradius. Hey, Luis.
Why? Why do you still stand in defiance? What drives such tenacity?
Luis, the world is full of injustice. Not everything you've said is wrong, much as it hurts to admit.
Yet, you would give up because you see no other way. And no future can come from that. We may struggle with fear and anxiety, but we shape our own destiny with our own hands. I have no doubts.
Yes, you're a man who has endured tragedy. It's foolish, I know, all this talk of belief. I know well. That said, if you cast aside all belief, all that remains is to endure a slow death.
As for me, I believe things can change. I have to. Singing and believing aren't so far apart, right? Even then, my songs touched you too. I know they did.
After I'd idealized my death more than I ever did my life, thanks to a chance encounter, everything changed for me. Now I can hope for the best, without fearing for the worst. The possibilities are endless. If you ask me, that's what magic is.
Luis, you got all these people who believe in you, because you gave them a shred of hope, and now you want to crush their hope. Maybe you're the one who's scared. Deep down, you're afraid to admit to yourself you're the one who's hopeless now.
Luis, the fairies came to live in the Sanctum. But do you know why we chose it? The Elda tribe. We admired the people of humanity. To make our dreams into realities, we have to trust each other. When people do that, that's what makes them so amazing. If you deny the power of trust, if you make the world a place where it can't exist, then you're just plain wrong!
Fools. These false foundations. Who in their right mind could promise such fantasies? I will never let injustice be repeated. Never again!
Uh-oh. Starting to lose control of it. Holy shit.
His aura is entirely different. It's a magla burst. Luis is becoming a human.
Come on then! No choice now. We prove ourselves with all that we are!
Let's go then! This is our final battle!
Damn. Wild looking.
Again, the world must be shattered, and again it must be rebuilt anew. You will die in tribute to my ideals, Prince.
We will win this.
Mask of ire, mask of mirth, mask of joy.
Forward.
Damn.
I need distance.
Cool.
I'll use what I must.
I'm so fucking demon ready, penguins. I've waited 800 billion years for this moment. And like 40 some episodes. All right, who do we start with? I feel like we might need to start with like Joy. I bet it's like a healer. Maybe this is like a buffer and this is the attacker.
I have my methods.
Feel it. Feel my balls growing with an awesome power.
Let's do this.
Berserker!
Let us go. How about this?
Do it.
In a fight.
Not bloody likely.
Better be ready.
Show him. Oh my god. You absolute psycho. You fucking psychopath, Basilio. You actual psycho. What the fuck? That is so fucked up. That's fucking crazy, dude.
I will fight by
just did 21,000 damage. What the fuck? It was a critical. Oh my god. Critical as well. Just kill it. Fucking kill that sign. I'm not even gonna see what it does.
Struggle in vain. Give in to the truth. Your fantasy has no meaning whatsoever. Give in to anxiety.
The cold world. Chance of flicking anxiety has reached its peak. It's not gonna work on me, bro. Ow.
Get her some healing.
Terror overflowing.
The inequities of the world can only be cleansed if the strong subsume the weak. Now, be a noble sacrifice. Sacrifice yourself to the new age.
What in the hell? Ooh.
What? Is he trying to swallow those people? Wait, they're puppets? I'm sensing deadly Magla in the puppets. Attack him before he swallows more.
I'll use what I must.
Okay.
The world of
Let's
shut your stupid, dirty old mouth.
Be neither timid nor arrogant.
Okay, good. We got it. Nice. Another sacrifice. Going to the middle mouth this time. Damn, that didn't do much of anything. How about now? Oh, now we're talking. There we go. Dude, shit doesn't even look like Luis anymore, though. Like, even the face doesn't look anything like Luis. Ah! Yeah! Buff's gone. Destructor's Flare. Oh, and your moves are done, bro! You're so fucking Jover.
No.
For you! Give me my buffs back.
Stay insane.
Staying sane in a fight, not bloody likely!
Let us clean up this. I'll use what I must.
All right.
There is no power in your fantasy.
Bro, you don't see the power I'm literally exhibiting to your fucking face right now.
Stay insane in a...
No more staying sane. No more! Damn it, Hosmay, I wish you dodged that. And he gets less churns too. As I get rid of these masks. Alright, fully debuff, fully buff, Basilio. Do it! Ah! Damn it, I don't know if Hosmay can finish this. We'll try. Yeah, no! God damn it, it's just so little damage. He's speedy boy, not strong boy. Sorry, waste your turn. You're done. You're done, son. Finish it.
My perfect world!
He's like my brain! Whoa!
Not yet. I refuse. I won't let it end like this.
There he is! I see, he was hiding his face behind those masks. Oh god! It's not over yet, Snake!
You will be a sacrifice. You will sustain the strong. Oh, weak one. Oh, peon!
His Magla has gone out of control. At this rate, even a man of Luis's mental strength would lose his grip on sanity.
In the end, even he couldn't escape his own anxiety.
Then by his own logic, we've got to put him down. The weak deserve to die. The bastard's own words, yeah?
Yeah.
If he saw a threat in our power, then let us wield it.
You can't just believe in nothing. Nobody can rely on themselves alone. It's a pitiful way to live, and it's time we put an end to it.
Luis, we are born! Here and now, I will strike you down!
Okay, it's time to do this. Give us our final call to arms.
Come on, everyone. let's go!
Look at all that magla.
Damn.
But still, we can't afford to lose.
Damn, it didn't give me anything to heal us. The full restore HP. Is there anything that full restores everyone's MP? Oh, here we go. Well, I got 10 of these. Oh, this is for one ally though. There it is. Restore MP for all allies. Fuck it. Why not?
I'll use this.
Can you help?
I owe you one.
My thanks.
Our Midas Howard's ideals have no need for you.
Shut your dumb, dirty whore mouth, Luis. I'm so sick of you. Oh, awesome souls, give me the power of a rock-hard rager.
This mess. I'll use what I must. I have my methods.
There is no power in your fantasy.
The Destroyer,
Looks like we can't.
level 90. Is that all he has, though? Is that all your fucking hope brings?
I shall fight as the noble I am. Time to go offend stepping back. Are you prepared? How do you like this?
Debuff.
Our new world have no need for you.
Ah, no need for you.
Let's hit that new weakness.
Oh, I hear the fucking leitmotif in there. Go ahead and hit me now. High pressure situation. An air of extreme intimidation prevents action. Oh my god, he has so many turns. Just like anxiety, that's not gonna work on me, bro. I've got the sword that prevents that. He removed all his debuffs, you fucker. Haha! Bye-bye, turns! Bye-bye! Oh.
Harder to fight.
Oh, but he got rid of all my turns too. I see. He's like, no, stop debuffing me. What did that do? Haha, bye-bye, churns. Buffing.
Quite a boon.
Oh, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt, bro. It's literally the Academia theme. Just kick it in hard. Bum, 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 bum. I know what the Sabera Zinc's supposed to do. I think it's supposed to give anxiety. Oh, dude. Hosmake's just, his dodging is just fucking him up.
The Paribus, a foolish people haunted by despair. Be gone from this world.
Uh-oh.
What's happening?
You were fine. I think. Or maybe Hosmake didn't dodge. Ow. Uh-oh, what's going on? What's happening?
What was I doing?
Not like this.
Oh, well, this turned very bad, very fast suddenly. Suddenly I am very much in danger.
Here you go.
I shall repay this favor tenfold.
Quick, get her back on her feet.
Everybody get back up, please.
Let's try this. I owe you one.
Tribe condemned. Uh-oh. Oh, I see. Oh, by saying that, I see. It doomed Basilio. Dude, what the?
Now I've done it.
Oh, okay. Everything was going great until it suddenly wasn't. Holy shit, he was doing so much damage, dude. No. No, no fucking way you're gonna make me do all that again. Bro, seriously? I gotta fight his first form again too? Oh, what the hell? Why did that shit do so much fucking damage? Maybe that was that the form I was weakening? That was that made stronger?
All right.
Holy dumb shit. Oh man, that sucks though. I'm gonna put Juna, instead of putting a mask on her, I'm actually just gonna put this. Reduce the turn cost of synthesis, because I'm really just using her to give the boost to everybody. The masquerade dance. That's all I really have been using her for. And I should be using this. Increase the critical rate for all allies for 3 turns. That would definitely be helpful. Oh man, I still have to go through this first form again. That took a while. Well, that sucks. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, it seems to me also that if he is debuffed, he will always Dakunda himself. But if he is not debuffed, he'll use Dakaja on us. So as long as I keep a debuff on him, we shouldn't be able to lose our buffs.
You chief, a foolish people, terrified of alienation, be gone from this.
Yeah, this is very much, this right here is essentially him, his death awaits you. Yeah, so as long as I have a debuff on him, I believe he will not get Dakaja off of me. Fuck. God dang it. No. And well, never mind. So I gotta get him out of here.
The rest is up to you.
Oh my god, I'm bringing Hulkenberg in for like the first time in 30 years. Okay, Basileo's probably gonna die. Never try facing elimination, dickhead. Yeah, still just used Dakaja on me, so it's like...
Think.
Basileo's down!
I'm coming.
Someone get him up and fighting!
Oh, this is not going well, bro. This is not going well. This is very much not going well. We're fucking dead. Dude, what the fuck, man? He does so much damage. Oh my god, it's fucking insane how much damage he does.
To me, please. Prove that.
Oh no, man, I gotta do it all again. You know, it's funny, even with as many critical things I have on Basilio here, he's just not getting critical hits. Like, it doubles critical damage, increase that, something increase that. And then on his thing, I have like, you know, double the chance of dealing a critical hit to an enemy. Increase the critical hit chance by 5. It's like, but I cannot for the love of me hit this bitch with a fucking critical. Even when I do, like I really don't do nearly as much damage as I would with, if I hit this guy with a weakness, I'm fully charged and I'm fully buffed out and he's fully debuffed, I can do like 14 fucking K. And as we saw, if I could get a critical when I do that, I could get like 20,000 plus. But I just don't get it. I've only did it once. It's actually surprisingly, like, even as high as this, whatever the hell his crit rate is right now, it is not actually as high as it could be, I guess. Which is, I guess it's based on your luck, right? Oh man, dude, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I might have to switch this back to... I'm otherwise going to be at this for fucking ever. I assume that must be the form that makes this, like... That's the form that makes this... that is affected by the decreasing in power of other things, I assume. Or maybe it affects all of his forms. Who knows? When you... By killing the optional... The optional bosses. I think I have to turn back to normal, guys. I'm sorry. Like, I would keep trying if it wasn't that I had to keep doing his first form again. It's like, holy shit, dude, that makes this shit brutal. I really don't want to be here forever either. Just those 2 attempts have already taken me like 40 minutes. So, I'm sorry, I'm switching back to normal.
All right.
This shit's tough though. Hey man, you can't say I'm not, Nico's too OP at this. Dude, bitch, this guy's fucking me up. Funny thing is, I don't know if this is actually really going to decrease how much power or like how much damage I do to him or how much he does to me. It's really more, I think it just gives him 1 extra turn. So I don't know if that 1 extra turn is gonna make that big of a difference, but maybe. Okay, I think that's 1 less churn. Still a fuck though. Still a fucking shit ton. fucking hell, Heisman. You fucking dodge it, damn it. Oh, this sucks balls, dude.
It's making it harder to fight.
I shall rip
Time for my grand comeback.
Oh man, this sucks fucking huge dick, bro. Oh, he dodged it, yes. Fucking hell, I really need Heisman to dodge these moves. It really is actually like it's kind of dire. If Heisman can't dodge this shit and he wastes all of his turns, it's like I'm almost guaranteed to be fucked. Because he does so much damage if I'm not buffed. And it just, the longer he goes on for, the more he gets rid of his own debuffs, and then he gets rid of my buffs. And I have to keep inflicting damage with Basilio in the meantime. So just keep debuffing him so he always casts Takundo on himself. And then hope to goddamn doodly pants that Heisman can dodge this shit. His stats affecting shit is also sucks. Alright, good, yes. And honestly, getting him fully debuffed is actually less important than getting charged from Juna. Juna's charge move, like, does so much fucking extra damage. Like, he's not even fully debuffed, I'm still breaking 10k. Thank you, Heisman. Okay.
Why can you not understand my idea?
Because you're fucking crazy, Luis. You've already killed me twice. I'm sick of your shit.
The Parapus, a foolish people haunted by despair.
Oh, god damn it.
Gone from this world.
You always have to get rid of Basilio, don't you?
What's happening?
What the hell did that do? Thank you, Heisman. Alright, so Basilio's gotta go. Everyone's debuffed too.
Quite a move.
Give everyone some buffs. Run like hell.
After me.
Oh, fuck my fucking goddamn dick, bro. No. Oh, fuck me. That might fuck me. Shit. Forgot that I was just keeping the forget on me because I didn't think I really need to worry about it, but I need to be bad. It's very bad. You have to use some of this shit.
Perhaps this suits me.
Okay, do it again. It's only gonna be 2 pips, but that's fine. So debuff get rid of your debuffs, you fucker. Do whatever the hell that does, which I think is probably supposed to give me anxiety. Okay, thank God. Okay, and then I finally got fucking forget out of there. Ugh. Fuck. Heisman. There we go. That's what I needed. I think it's just when he does do a single attack. Oh, he's starting to look a little. Oh, Luis got them dead eyes.
Come on, help me out.
I need to debuff him though. Fuck. I gotta debuff him.
Can't let it go unused.
A world born of fantasy. It must not be.
Thank you. Come on, bitch. Come on, bitch. Fucking die! Oh, yeah. Star Shatterer. Defeated to destroy Kato's wielder of true power. Oh, I got diamonds. Damn, that was a loud fucking achievement sound. How was that so much louder in the game?
But why? Why is it still beyond me?
Because you're a fat piece of shit.
Dawn breaks.
It's a beautiful new day. Got some Sega blue skies. How are we still in the air at this point? After like ramming this thing and running into the ground and fucking all this other shit. I'm still up here. There's my face. Yeah, sorry. Fuck you, Luis.
Look! He's done it! He's finally beaten Luis!
Does this mean he's won? I'm not dreaming this.
He did it!
Billy did it!
Not yet.
No! It's not over yet.
Ideals.
Witness! God damn! Witness me!
Everyone's fighting their fear and anxiety. Nobody knows for sure what's right. And even through all that, the people have declared you king!
We fight for more than justice. Show him our will against his. Show him the fall of his world!
Hold fast to your ideals! 'Tis your sworn duty as king!
Goddamn demon right.
Wielded the power of kings! It's time to stop following their footsteps! Now it's your turn to take your place with them!
Your fantasy is naught but lies!
It's time, penguins.
What?
Naughty!
What's going on?
Oh shit, give me the juice, Dad. I can feel it. Now this is a king's archetype right here.
Now, die!
No. Fantasy is more than an empty dream. It's a dream with the power to change the world!
Oh yeah, here we go, bitch. This is my ultimate horse shit. Just like the end of every Persona game. Gotta whip out my mega super fucking thing. Super Itsunagi, Super Arceus, or Arcane, or whatever the hell, and fucking Super Orpheus. Arsene. I got Orpheus and Arsene put together. Die, Luis! Cool. Help anyone in need. Why is that stupid? Why is that sound effect so loud? Why? I finally bested my adversary Luis, who had become a threat to all of mankind. Thankfully, the nightmare of an entire populace transformed to humans has been averted. This nation has some hope for a future. Damn, I was always hoping it would give me just like a one fight, you know, like the final fight in Persona 3 where I just get to whip out some bullshit. Just let me see that, you know. Actually, all the I think Persona games are like that technically. Where you get like that one fight at the end, you get like one super giga Chad move or something, right? You're like, no, it's not over yet, bruh. I will say, I hope that this isn't just like Luis is just done. I actually hope we get like one last moment before he like fully fades away. I hope. Well, this has been great so far, but
That must be the Lord that governs Utopia.
I knew it.
All worthy champions. The hero's archetype. The king. I see. At long last, fantasy has become a force that frees people from anxiety.
Dad, were you disappearing?
The harbinger of change for a deadlocked reality.
Oh, there he goes. Really holding on tight there, Dad. Oh God, now back to being old again.
The people have chosen my son. With that, my tremendous gamble hath borne fruit. Thus it is that my duty here draws to a close.
And now, the novel you wrote with such passion will finally begin a new chapter.
This voice. Is that? Could it be? But how?
While flames swept through the sanctum, I cast a final spell to abandon my body and survive in soul. I became an immaterial being among the fairies.
Man, her voice sounds way different when she's just talking normally instead of being like,
Oh, chosen one, thou do not evil!
I had to, so I might provide guidance to the child on his most perilous path.
The power of the archetypes. Is that your doing?
No. All I did was awaken them to it. My voice carried the words they needed to hear. That power is no great and rare treasure. It is something that might be grasped by anyone with the will to change the world.
seriously, does that just sound from saying, like, oh,
Lodestar!
like, again, it's sort of like, I guess, the difference between more talking with its accent and without it. Just a little change like that makes such a difference. Is the king here right now, is that voice actually Greg as well? Is that Moore's, like, same voice? Because I never picked up on them. If it really is Greg Chun, I did not pick up on it that being Greg Chun's voice at all.
And anyone has the power to change the world. Those children proved as much. Now, that boy has grasped the courage of a warrior. All dragons who still roamed the continent have fallen by his hand.
Yes, I did that side quest.
What greater embodiment of the impossible is there than a dragon? And he now possesses the power and will to quell those forces.
I see. Then he is not so weak a child that I must hold his hand. I am truly sorry. I lost all the power I once knew. I saw the sanctum burn, and you. I lost you. Once they took our child from me, all my remaining hope went with him.
I don't think this is Greg. I don't think it is. I'm like, if I was like, God, if it really is, then holy shit, but I don't think it is. I think it would have made it too obvious. Even if he put on an accent, I think I still would have recognized Greg's voice and been like, oh, then, So I'm actually glad that they didn't, that they went about it potentially this way. Unless it is Greg, in which case, he's a god.
And so I placed my faith in the royal magic. I believe that if this world would choose him, there would still be hope.
This shall do. That boy's fight, and ours, is finally over.
Finally die!
The people no longer need some mystic relic or some lofty magics to soothe their fears. They have found the strength to overcome it within, provided they can turn their anxiety into strength and never stop walking toward the unknown.
Stop mooching off us.
Reality will ever change. Their world shall be one full of possibility.
This isn't about the throne anymore. It marks the beginning of a new era, led by those who are truly worthy of the people's trust. Almost the appointed time now. The day is dawning on a new king's reign. And with it, my true passing. However, if I may truly end my life with pride in my boy, and my love at my side, I've no regrets.
It's been a long road to this moment, hasn't it?
It has indeed. But for our son, a new journey now begins.
So I feel like I still don't have like a lot of information on like the heroes of old and shit. How that applies to anything that's happened until now, It's like I kind of, I don't know. Unless we're going to talk about here at the end here, I'm just like, who was Nico and what was all about that about? Nothing? Anything? No? Fuck me?
Heed me, all people of the kingdom. Dawn breaks and the appointed hour hath come.
He speaks. With the announcement of our new king, everything finally ends.
I now settle the long-contested succession to the throne. They who hath gathered the most faith from their subjects amassed, they who have overcome this fierce contest, the throne's new sovereign, I now reveal.
Guess who?
Behold!
Behold!
Your new king of your kingdom united.
Hey, how's it going? Fuck you, Luis. Oh, balls, there I go.
Look! It's him! Yeah!
Yay! Look! Look, that's him, isn't it? He won!
He certainly did, love. He really did. Oh, I still can't believe it. That boy pulled it off. His Majesty, the new king.
I won't accept it! The new king is Count Louis.
Count Louis is fucking dead.
Crown his son, after all. That's cheating, that is. Rise up, people! Riot!
Luis fanatic.
Disorderly conduct will not be permitted.
Settle down. The tournament is over.
It's actually nice. I'm glad they are showing that it's like not fucking everybody is just thrilled it's me, all right?
Our new king has been decided, and the royal capital falls under his majesty's rule. Threaten it, and you shall face the wrath of the crown theocracy's warrior monks.
I will stab you.
Bloody fantastic. They really did it.
And it's just gonna hang up there forever.
Quietude descended once again upon the royal capital.
Aha.
And the day of the new king's coronation arrived.
Nah, it seems like Luis is just done. Guess we didn't get. I was hoping we get like maybe one final scene with him, like in a moment of like quiet pause, maybe entrusting and actually realizing that, you know, the error of his ways. I would have liked that. Nah, I just died a monster. Eat shit, Luis.
Boy, coronation really crept up on us. There's a lot of people in the crowd.
Hope I can do this.
Don't tell me you're nervous. After everything we survived already, stage fright should be nothing for you.
Of course, I'm not nervous. My heart's fucking pounding, bro.
All the same, my heart's pounding out of my chest. Is it? Nothing you're not used to then. It's just like with the archetypes. Just keep your head high.
You fucker.
It'll be fine. We'll keep the crowd warmed up for you.
Your newfound dignity suits you well, Your Highness. Ah, but I suppose you have outgrown that title. Your Majesty. Yes, that too suits you well.
Is there a difference? I actually don't even know. What is your your highness and your majesty? I don't know. I guess one's just fancier than the other. Maybe the prince to be is your highness, and then the majesty is the actual king. Majesty, I can live up to that title. I'm gonna dye my hair blue again though, because I liked it better that way.
Saw some of them Senate fat cats hovering about, acting like they've been supporting us from the start, of course. Always on the winning side, eh?
Better than the alternative, no? Especially since we've got some Luis diehards among the people.
I hear that many are concerned about his proficiency with statecraft. To be honest, I'm not so sure myself.
The concern is justified. It's not as though I sway the entire kingdom to my idealistic views.
Juna will stand as moderator at the podium. His Majesty will only be asked for a few brief answers. First, the people would know how you aim to lead them. How will you respond to that, Your Majesty?
With an iron fist! Could change the world. I'll face any challenge. I'm not sure how I will rule.
We have the power to change the world. All of us. I know I'm inexperienced, but I'll strive to do my utmost. With all of you at my side.
That's fine. The people have about had it with pompous monologues. Better to say what you mean with determination.
Still, there are a lot of people in the crowd who have never supported you.
How are you going to respond to them?
I'm gonna tell them they're a piece of shit and they deserve to die. Off with their heads. Things won't change overnight. I'll try to earn their trust. I'll let my work prove my words.
I'll have to let my work prove my words. With results, I hope everyone can feel that our future will be brighter.
You went from a nobody to the top seat in the nation. No need to puff up and bluster anymore, what? You'll do fine.
A ruler must only stand tall. The rest is not done alone. We are with you.
Indeed. And we're no strangers to more practical work. Whatever our tasks, I'm sure we can handle them.
Well, it's time to make your first appearance as our king. Let us brace ourselves.
And my queen, Yufa.
Thanks for always having my back.
Well, let's go. To His Majesty.
Bizzle.
The new king.
Hey, what up? It's your boy.
All right, a warm welcome, please. His Majesty, the new king! Your Majesty, you're so young!
Please.
Please.
My king, your subjects would hear how you intend to lead them.
Fuck if I know.
Okay? Take it easy and use your own words.
As a ruler, I've much to learn. I cannot say what I'll accomplish. And yet, I believe the world can change by our hand. And to that end, I will face any odds.
Now, Your Majesty, a few more words. Naturally, some under your rule now supported other people in the race. How do you respond to their voices?
There will be times I let you down. I know that. Only results can prove my intent. But still, even should you oppose your king, you can always believe in your own future. I will make sure of it.
Okay, that's what about. Yeah, acoustics of this area is
A
great.
nation where dreams and fantasies are always in reach. Will surely be a challenge.
We'll make it happen.
There you go. If you can pull that off, you'll be the finest king we've known. Well then, this is it. Your attention, please.
Check out my big ass, fat ass crown.
No lord remains for you to kneel before. Please take the crown with your own hands, my king.
Give me that, mine. Fuck, this shit's heavy. Look at my goofy ass crown. Time to party. Then it fucking flashes to credits and then it just starts playing some fucking 90s music.
I awaited the arrival of this day.
Should be awesome. Somebody was.
This journey has reached its end. He came to know the goodness of a hero's heart and became the king his people had always hoped for. But as this journey ends, so another begins. I'd like you to watch over him on his path for a little longer yet. 1 year has passed since the arrival of the new king.
1 year later. The age of a new king is already gone by. Yo, what up? It's your boy, the king, out in the streets. And everyone is prospering. There are no longer dead bodies, and wow, there's actually saturation in the city now.
They're finally reopening that mage academy that got closed down.
It is actually funny. They did. The capital has way more color now than it did before.
You don't say. The famous one deep in the Montario Mountains.
Golly gee!
Really? I'm impressed. It only took them a year.
They've even paved a proper mountain road. And get this, the headmistress is none other than Lady Juna.
What?
What?
The songstress?
Well, she is one of the king's 6 partisans. If she managed to help save the world from Luis, I expect she knows a thing or two about magic. Sounds like they plan to fully open the magic researchers' findings to the people, too. Quite a turn from when the late Sanctifex banned it.
Makes sense to me. After the clash between His Majesty and Luis last year, everyone knows you don't really need an igniter to use magic.
And that's just today's news. It's surprise after surprise, ever since us church folk got the boot from the palace.
Hard to believe it's already been a full year. Only naturally there be some rest among
Even
people.
the Royal Knights. Their leadership was bound to the church more than anything. And now he's out on his ear too. And replaced by Sir Jaime Noctul, no less.
Hell yeah.
You believe that? The Royal Knights, led by a Uchief of all things. Though he's one of the 6 partisans himself. When he speaks, everyone listens. No one's about to complain.
Even Parliament now invites citizen representatives to hearings. Strange to think we'd been deaf to the voice of the people until now. It's unbelievable, compared to the days of the autocrats. How swiftly the times change, eh?
Credit where it's due. I think it's thanks to His young majesty. Remember last year's coronation? Unprecedented, that. Saw heroes of all different tribes celebrating the king's victory. Celebrating among the common folk, even. They tell me some of the younger aristocrats have taken to calling it the Great Reconciliation. It really is a tragedy, what happened to his father, the king. But considering how his sons turned out, I hope he's at peace.
Indeed. Yet the real test is still to come. The first year has seen a lot of good, but we've still got our share of problems.
Let me tell you, let me expose this all. So then this happened, and this, I know, dude, I've been here, I've been reading the paper. No, then this thing happened, and then this thing, and then that, and then this, and then, man, it's hard to believe this thing happened when this, so this. I always find these moments where like, this is a very long conversation that these two are expositing too, but I always find it sort of funny. It's like, this is a real conversation that 2 people are really truly having. People are smiling more now, but smiles won't solve the multitude of problems we still face.
Speaking of His Majesty, I've also heard some folks saying they've seen a boy wandering around these parts who looks just like him. You don't suppose?
Ah, can't be. Without his escorts? Besides, what business would a king have in this place?
Suppose you're right.
I mean, I see him right over there. Like, right there, I fucking see him. Hello? Hello? Oh my god.
Mountains upon mountains of appeals from the people.
Hawkadoodle's got a new hat.
How many days will this take to sort?
A new drip.
After all the trouble you took to flee politics.
How's me too?
And somehow you're now the preeminent ladyship of your house. Such is fate.
Despite everything, this year has passed in surprising peace.
And I'm married to Yufa now.
Honestly, with the royal scepter disappearing like that, I feared more dissent.
Perhaps after Luis, they swore they could never let that happen again. Either way, more and more are dealing with conflicts calmly and openly. Promising.
It promises that I'll have an eternally cluttered desk.
Here, Your Majesty. I've brought in the next load. And there we go. Not half bad, right? Hey, isn't the king supposed to be here?
When did he? I've said countless times not to leave unannounced.
Oh, this decoration doesn't suit me. How would Luis and Forden put up with all this damn finery? Your Majesty?
Cool.
Are you here? Juna's back from her inspection.
Damn, everyone's got new drip. Everyone's so cool.
Wait, I'm coming with you.
Oh, good grief.
Oh, good, you
Some
geef.
things never change. Not that they should.
I'd say life has changed plenty for us. Yet somehow our captain's same as he ever was.
Damn, check out my cool portrait. Neat. Yeah, fuck doing
And
work.
then, well, I might have got a bit too fresh with them stuck-up sanctists. But those bloody church folk been looking down on us for years, you know? Still,
Yeah,
it was other
uh-huh.
sanctists what stepped in to keep things peaceable too. I reckon they're not all bad. Guess me cogs turning. They lost both their Sanctifex and the Saint Lady last year. Got their own struggles, I expect.
As authority weakens, power falls to the hands of those who have never wielded it. We must endure it, and we must ensure that it does not corrupt and give rise to new conflict.
Not like it excuses all of them or makes me want to go up and shake a sanctor's hand, but you really put some perspective on it.
I believe you'll come to understand them.
You know what, lad? You're all right. You ever need some good, honest work? I'll get you squared, eh?
But I see more optimism in the world, so it'll take more than that to affect true change.
I should have known you'd be wandering around without your escorts again. How is it, being able to hear the city's honest thoughts?
Yeah, this is cool. So, like, the idea is that you're essentially walking around. I like that this is it's doing this too, like to show the aftermath and to show that your idealistic ideas were not just fantasy, right? So you actually are going out and just talking to folks and hearing what their thoughts are on things, you know?
If you told them you're the king, it'd knock them sideways. Sorry you ended up coming all this way. Maria's actually out on an errand right now.
Did Maria get new drip too?
And I suppose I'll wait until she comes back.
You sure? That girl always ends up on detours. No telling how long she'll be. Either way, just keep your head down. You know what happens when you're too obvious about this. Sooner or later, the Lady Captain of the Royal Guard.
Oh, there you are. I knew we'd find you here, for crying out loud.
Phew. So you were here.
Speak of the devil.
Let us return, Your Majesty. And I thought I had informed you that Juno would be back from her expedition today.
I suppose I have no choice.
What is it? You have unfinished business. 'Tis settled. I shall come with you on every excursion.
Not dressed like that, you won't. You know how we like snooping around, inconspicuously.
Point taken.
He'll be fine. His Majesty is not about to fall prey to some alleyway scoundrel, surely. Right, Your Majesty. If you see Maria about, do slow down for a chat. She'll be shattered if she finds out she just missed you.
Fine. Now, Your Majesty, once your business here is finished, please make sure you return to the palace with all swiftness.
Oop, one last chance to walk around again to see the fruits of our labor, right? Maria, where are you?
Let's go.
It's really the first time Maria went missing. It seems so long ago now. I remember praying in the Grand Cathedral just like back then.
Dude, look at the color, bro.
We're heading for the Grand Cathedral. Why not go to talk to everyone else first? They're all in the royal capital, prepare for the new year. So it's fine now.
So much color now. Cool. Have I hit 100% of my memory? I have not, dude. What am I missing? I'm fucking 96%. We're at the end of the game, guys. Any chance that my, oh, I can't actually go to the academia. Nah, the King's Archetype's not in here. I was thinking it'd be cool if we gave you like something for like post game, but it'd probably be just some broken shit, all right? I mean, this is already ridiculous. The Prince archetype. Also, 12:35. What the? Wait, did our calendar days always have this many? Do we always have this many days? I don't know if I remember that. Oh, I think it is actually the same number of days, but it's the no. Actually, no. I don't get it. No, I was say because we're having smaller weeks, but that wouldn't make any sense. It'd still be the same number of days. I don't know. Whatever. So all my followers again. Yep. More is dead. The research is complete. Our memory returns. More remembers long missed companions who share his ideals. His gratitude is heartfelt. Everybody but Maria, I say. That includes you, Hulkendoodle.
Finish your business outside the palace. Please promise to return to resume your duties, Your Majesty. Take this as by pressuring you not to venture out. That's not at all. Only that, as Royal Captain of the Royal Guard, I must know your whereabouts at all times.
You need to be so serious, Hulkenberg. Lighten up, maybe.
You mean to say I'm too fussy? Well, 'tis only proper for the Captain of the Royal Guard. To you over familiar would set a poor example. Imagine the scandalized faces of the rank and loaf and the rank-and-file guard. That said, not a day goes by that don't reflect on our travels. Only a year passed, regaining my pride as a knight to that journey. I was but a wanderer searching in vain for the prince. It was through you I learned he yet lived. In the end, it was your ascent to the throne I supported. Never tire of the faces the younger guards make when I tell them of the time you acted as a witness to my duel.
Ah, yes, Rodan. You mean your duel with Rodan?
Yes, thanks to you, I was able to face him with eyes forward and put my past behind me. I'm pleased to say the knights of today are nothing like what they were under Rodan's command. Soldiers take up their swords not for those in power, but for those in the people. As the champion for the people yourself, we will do all in our power to protect you, our king.
Well,
do not make it easy by sneaking out of the palace as you do. Now I suspect the soldiers are getting used to your chaotic tendencies. They know they protect not just a king, but a ruler who stands beside his people and hears their voices in clarion truth. I will protect you with my life, as I always have endeavored to do, Your Majesty. Or let me stay by your side to do so.
What do you want to do?
So the people talk to. Do you want to go to see Maria now?
Yeah, I see. See, we could just go straight to the end if we wanted to. I'm still riding my sword around. I feel like me flying on my sword would probably give away who I actually am. But whatever, right? Hey, what's up, Alonzo? Why, hello, Your Majesty. It's only been a year since your coronation, but I see you've become quite apt at sneaking away from your palatial duties. Under constant fire from knaves of all trades, card artists, and critics alike, your opening act has been rather tumultuous, no? Yes, it's been tough, but I'm glad we've managed so far. Quite right. Your critics are loud and open with their barbs, but plenty more have put their faith in you. Besides, most of those agitators are the kind of scum that stir the pot in hopes that they might benefit from the country's turmoil. Nothing I couldn't handle, of course. All in today's work for the royal adjutant of the city's council. Quite an ally I've made, I should hope.
Hey.
I wonder if my mother would be the slightest bit proud to see who I've become. That I'm doing my damnedest to use my talents for good, as I always should have. There's no doubt in my mind.
Yes.
I hope so. I was such a problem child. I'd like to make this country where honest folk like my mother can be happy.
Now that you mention it.
That reminds me. Do you remember Dadarum, my hometown's landowner? He told me to send you his regards. He's confessed his crimes and is awaiting trial. You were the one who awakened his conscience. When you pretend to murder him, it makes sense, doesn't it? You've proven your ideals to be true. That's why the country is doing so well. There's nothing more to it.
Thank you.
I'm hardly qualified to speak of pride, but if this country has one, it's you. And I'm proud to be amongst its people. Perhaps under your rule, the day will come that even me, Nydia, can walk about freely in our true forms as little baby people! Show it to me, Alonzo! You're curious what I look like in my true form. I'd be happy to oblige, but let's save that for another time, shall we? Maybe some DLC. No! I want to see baby form Alonzo. That'd be the funniest shit ever. Oh, wow. Basilica got a white jacket. Cool. Yeah, everyone's like sporting white now. Well. Look at Hajme's little hat. It's so funny. It looks so fucking cute.
Well. I see our king is out on some personal business, eh? I believe Hulkenberg was searching for you, but I suppose it's none of my business who comes or goes. I'm on a break myself. Only trying to frustrate your royal guards over much, They all take their duties quite seriously, much like their captain. Bah, who am I kidding? A knight who smiles is surely a myth. That's become clear to me since becoming titled. What could be more bizarre? A Yugif outcast. Once a wanted criminal with a bounty on his head, made knight commander. There was of course some opposition at first, but the more heart-to-heart talks I've had, the more accepting they become, albeit gradually.
They needn't look further than the outcast became their king.
True.
Indeed. You face no shortage of persecution, and look at you now. Grand titles and posts across the nation are no different, spread across all the tribes. I've realized over the past year just how much of a nation is defined by its people. No matter how great a king, he alone does not a country make. Yet he stands for those very people as symbol and representative. That the king and those around him are of mixed tribes, it has already caused a great shift in sentiment, even for those in the rural villages.
And just how is Tadari these days?
Yes.
He seems as busy as he can handle, now that they've resumed trade with other villages. Your coronation inspired that village to greater heights, and proved that barriers can be broken, and that even they could take the first step. New winds are blowing in every corner of this country. I'll have to make another trip back home with my son to see the changes for myself soon enough. And someday, I hope distant generations will grow up only knowing conflict born of tribal differences from history books.
We shall.
We've a ways to go before that day comes, but until it does, let us forge the path ahead toward it, Your Majesty.
Yeah!
Yo.
Hey, out inspecting again? Seems the right pain in me, but I appreciate going all the effort. Making rounds, Basilio?
Hey.
Yeah, captain of the trading brigade reporting in, and I'm pleased to report that there's nothing to report, Your Majesty, so I'm taking a break. Bit of a mouthful in it. Still not used to calling myself a captain besides. We even taken in some survivors from Luis's troops, you know. But don't you worry. Got 2 eyes on even when I ain't looking. Way I see it, they weren't the ones trying to make the world worse. Just gotta show them how power's supposed to be used, yeah? We owe it to you that there's less discrimination in the city these days. Fewer turn to life of crime to make ends meet. If Del could see Grand Trad today, his eyes would bug out. And not just Del, all the guys who didn't make it. I take it you mean Vinka. You remember him? Those damned experiments trapped him in a vengeance he couldn't see past. But I feel like he might even smile seeing what I'm up to now. We built this peace with a lot of blood and tears. So I say though, those of us who made it this far owe it to all of them, what didn't to protect. Maybe I got nothing to report today, but it's not like bad people just stop being bad because you're king now.
Thank you.
You've been through a lot there, so thanks for not giving up on us. Or the world for that matter. You spot any trouble that I didn't spot first, you just point me at it, and I'll solve it quick like. Yeah! I can always believe in you, Basilio. Basilio Doodle. Yeah!
Well, I sure don't want to go back to the old king.
I don't want to go back.
Isn't that right, child?
Whoa, Elda, you really became king. King.
There's a picture of a tooth over there. Oh, hey, it's, yeah, Julian. Oh, Your Majesty, running around Sunshine Row at this time of year, you must have some very particular taste. Perhaps you've heard, there's unrest across the lands as the oppressed are rising up and revolting against their oppressors. Perhaps the news hasn't reached your walled gardens here in Grand Trad. History books may not be kind to this era. Shouldn't they rise up? Goodness, if I didn't know any better, I'd say you just endorsed rebellion. Don't you realize how dangerous ideology has become to spark of new threats? The dimwit of the world only fan the flames with anxiety. Each world a monster, people are monsters to be dissatisfied. It is in our nature. This guy's continue just to be a hater, right? Haters gonna hate, lovers wanna love. This guy's got a hat on. It's the guy I beat up. Oi, it's been a while. You must remember me. I'm Sergeant Gletcham the Great. You're drunk as usual. You see, that's the thing. End of the year's a perfect time for a flagging, eh? Then again, every day's a perfect time for a flagging. But you know, I've been trying to cut back, actually. We lost Fidelio, God rest his soul. Drink was the only thing that kept me from going mad. I guess. Certainly couldn't follow Luis after that, so leaving the karate was sound. But it's still hard for a therapist to find decent work. Drinking my life away seemed the way to go. Seemed all of us from Luis's side who survived would have been sent straight to the gallows, but let us join the brigade. Real generous of you. Not sure I would have fit anyone and anywhere else, speaking plain. Plus, with old Basilio in charge, I felt right at home. Now I'm back to drinking for the fun of it. You know it all to you, Your Majesty. You're all right. Hey, sure thing, Billy. Anything for you. That's cool. That's cool to see that, like, you know, even your previous enemies are now your friends. Daddy Barton.
That's something.
What an unexpected coincidence, Your Majesty. No cards with you today? Don't worry, I'm no tattletale. I myself just left a meeting going over the provincial governments are doing, or how the provincial governments are doing.
We convene for the new year.
So,
How are things in Martira? Oh, it's as lively as it used to be, and we owe it all to you, Your Majesty. That dodgy mess you cleaned up for us feels like ancient history now. And I'm pleased to report, as head of the provincial lords, it's nothing but good news reaching my ears. Better relations between towns is employment up and overall welfare too. Each town has specialties and wisdom to offer, and we combine our heads. There's no problem we can't solve. I just feel so blessed to be part of it. I know I made some blunders when I first stepped into the governor's role. I'm happy to share my failings so others don't repeat my mistakes. That really brings me back. Yeah, I know I was trying to do too much on my own back then. I got a bit overzealous. Of course, some lords are like I was once, would rather manage things at their own sole discretion than leave things to the people. And yes, taking every matter to public opinion can be laborious, but with all the proceedings and disputes, still, changing our own lives with our own hands makes the process worth the trouble. And choosing a king of our own will was all the inspiration we needed for a change. Yeah. Stroll, dude. Stroll, your fucking drip is awesome. Oh my god, look at that big fat ass cape. You got like a Luis cape now.
Hey.
Don't bring his name up to me. Yeah, skulking about the city again, are we? What should say Hulkenberg is on the hunt? Classic game of cat and mouse. Who is which, I dare not say. It's been a year since you ascended the throne, but it's like you've hardly changed. You haven't changed much either, Stroll. That's Lord or General Stroll, Your Majesty. I'll never get used to such titles. I really should take a page from Juna's book. She has a gift for delegating, like she was born to do so. Not that I can talk, I actually came out for a bit of a breather myself. You know, I see now that even those at the top have their struggles a little too clearly. A general's duties feel overwhelming at times, but there are lives hanging in the balance. I recognize the weight of every decision I make, and I do find satisfaction in protecting those lives. Remember our first meeting back at the recruitment center? I, a fallen noble with nothing to my name, and you a struggling elder traveler. Back then, my only goal was getting ahead. My people were little more than an afterthought. If I hadn't met you, I'd have never realized the truth about my fortune, my father's intentions, and I certainly couldn't have saved the Hallions.
Thank you.
I owe seeing the joy in their faces to you. I think I've said it before, but again, thank you.
That's...
Can you give yourself some credit, Stroll?
No.
I would still owe any credit I could take to you for showing me the way. They live stable, peaceful lives thanks to you.
Hey.
You have a whole country on your shoulders now. The road ahead will be full of challenges I can't possibly foresee. But show me the way and I'll blaze the trail, now and always. It's my role as a warrior to be the vanguard.
That's why.
Our titles may have changed, but I'd like to think our friendship is steadfast as ever. Don't hesitate to rely on me, now and always. And so is our gay fucking romance behind the scenes. Goddamn doodly. Katharina!
Oh, well, if it ain't the big man himself, good timing, mate. I just got back into town myself.
Long time no see. Long time no see, Katharina.
Ain't it been? I've been out traveling since I took the reins on the Seeker's recon team. Hard to believe it's been half a year. The crazy doesn't begin to describe what's beyond the sea. The sights, the magic. Everything is so fantastic. Body itching to get back out there. Well, I'm not especially keen on dodging the bloody cannonballs when my ship gets too close. Lots of tensions out there, but what country isn't a little tense? Everything from the customs to the way they think is so different, my head spins. Makes all the tribal bickering seem right dull if I can speak my mind. But this country changing for the better. I'm glad I turned over the throne to you.
Hold on.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Oh, come on, I'm just roasting ya. After we knocked heads, I knew I could trust you with making the lives of us therapists better than they was. All my co-workers found jobs, and some of them have even picked up new skills from being out at sea so long. But don't you worry your kingly head. I'll have it all whipped up in a report for you. Do something proper kingish with it, yeah?
Hell yeah, girlfriend.
Oh, the other guy. What? You're the bastard who... Well, it's been a while anyway.
Bastard was it?
I apologize for my impertinence, Your Grace. I was once known as Sergeant Zath, though I suppose that title carries a little weight nowadays. After losing to you, my own men turned on me and threw me into the Oceana Sea.
What the really?
Awful as that all was, looking back, those events saved my life. I've heard that all those who went with Louise to the royal palace in the sky never returned. The world will power is everything. I suppose that would be hell after all. Never thought you would ever inspire me to realize anything, and here we are. Now I'm spending my days doing charity work as a member of the brigade under Chief Magnus. but I'll never go about making my way up in the world on my own merits. Matter of fact, I was invited to participate in the Coliseum's games in Bilehaven. While working with the brigade, I helped a noblesman who put in a recommendation for me. It's a brave new world, isn't it? Give me a year and I'll make sure people know the name Xanth as a fighter that electrifies the audience. Alright, whatever, crazy pants. Oh, good God almighty. Oh, your majesty, it's already been a year since you've ascended to the throne. 1 year since I lost my bid for it. Thinking back, I have no regrets. I'd not been able to defeat Luis in the end, as you did. Yeah. That's candid of you. I don't know what I expected really, but I believe in your power, your majesty. Though I'll not ask on all fronts, you know. You needn't look further than your 6 partisans, your merry little band. I can appreciate your faith in your inner circle, but to award them all your key posts, why one would suspect you of collusion. A country requires views from all walks of life, or put another way, why not appoint me your prime minister? With my guidance, Euchronia will become a land of true beauty.
Just when you think he's about to make a decent point, he plays his own angle. Don't let your guard down around that guy.
Oh, Lord. God almighty now. Fucking just leave you to die. Oh, Lord, this dude now.
To think that you, of all people, would end up becoming the king. I never expected it, but I'll tell you one thing. Wax poetic about your ideas all you want. When it comes to protecting the country, only power will suffice. The people don't all approve of a dreamer king. Who are you again? I should have picked that one. I won't lay you down. Easier said than done. How much has the country truly changed in the past year? If your policies truly fared better than Luis's would have. If all you... Dude, we would all turn to humans and murder each other, so yeah. If all you do is talk, you're no better than the last king. All ideals, no power, just the same. Yep, alright. I figured it's like some people are not gonna be like, oh, my ways have been changed. Nah. Some people are just sacks of shit and deserve to demon die. Ho! What brings His Royal Majesty here? Come to feel the wind on your face too, have you? Yeah, I know how it is. I had the fancy the old title of Chief Engineer of the Kingdom Infrastructure Development Bureau. I can research as I please now. But something's missing. So I threw off that stuffy old uniform and came to gaze upon the runner, in the way I do. Take your job seriously, please. Eris, maybe if you took your job a little more seriously. I am. The research part, at least. But you must feel it too, eh? The sudden urge to take the runner into the sky and leave all your cares on the ground below. Not that I'm ungrateful to the gracious title you've given to a man who used to skulk about, modifying golden runners. You haven't seen anything yet. Why, one day I'll invent a teleportation device that will deliver fresh fish straight from the Oceania to your palatial plates. It would change the world, wouldn't you say? I'm just a bit, stuck at the beginning of the development. And it's times like this that I need stimulation of the mind. Do you have anything that might do the trick? Do I smell another relic hunt? Are you going to send me another relic hunt? Don't pretend you didn't enjoy it. Every time you pop back in with one, I remember how I could hardly contain my excitement. I do so miss traveling like that. Even if the relics themselves were better off left untouched, they become the guiding principles of my research, you know. Convenience is important, but one must consider safety and the effects it might have on the world. An engineer who dumps a burden on future generations is no engineer at all. Still, it's no small feat to design with a perfect balance of safe and revolutionary. Even I struggle with it, and I'm bally genius. I knew it. I needed stimulation. Your Majesty. You know, like the soul-shaking speed and quiver of a drive engine. You'll let me know if you ever want to go out for a spin, won't you? Dear old girl, sparkling clean and always ready for takeoff. Good old crazy-ass Nurse. Oh my god, I love Legita's little, like, witch hat. It's so funny.
My king.
Gryffindor!
Oh, there you are, Bizzle. Heard you were in town, so I decided to see if we might cross paths. I have so much to tell you about my inspection, so I'm afraid you'll need to clear a diary for me soon.
What inspection?
Hold on.
Really? Do you need to go back to bed? You were the one who sent me to the Mage Academy, were you not?
Well?
The Mage Academy's reconstruction is going swimmingly. Repairs are in full swing, and we're already processing admissions. I must say, so surprised you appointed me, of all people, to be the Academy's head mistress. I was rather looking forward to going back on tour as a songstress.
Girl, you are the craziest mage in all this land, alright? Magic is maxed out.
Oh, and shall I introduce you to my furry little friend? I scooped him up in the Academy, of all places.
You got a furry friend?
Through the reconstruction, they stumbled on the little guy in some kind of observatory, supposedly, used by a king long ago. Considering the igniter around his neck, I'm sure he was being taken care of. I mean, there's no way a cat could survive alone in that cold, could he?
Oh my god, Mr. Kitty's alive! Mr. Kitty survived! He did it! Oh my god, I don't fucking demon believe it, dude.
Regardless, a mysterious kitty is only the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the academy. All their knowledge was lost when it fell, so start from scratch.
Gotta make that room look just like the old academia, right?
May even be hiding secrets as big as the Dragon Temple or the Sanctum. Oh, and I'm keeping the cat. Feels like fate, you know? Speaking of fate, on my way back I met up with Meredith.
Who's that again?
Now we're talking.
She's been keeping well, I trust?
Yeah.
More than well. Her throat's been fine and she's a fairly prominent singer about town now. Both just keep soaring to new heights. Her music and me coming face to face with magic again.
Hey.
Surely you remember, music was the first magic born in this world, yes? When the heart expresses itself through music, it moves the hearts of others. And when they make hearts swell, why, there's no end to the magic. So you just watch. With music and magic at my side, I'm going to change the world. All will have equal opportunity to hone their talents at the Mage Academy. Our doors are open to all. That's what my sister would have wanted. If it makes the world a better place, why isn't that just grand?
Magic.
Ella told me that magic is more than a tool. It's in all of us, deep in our hearts.
Yeah. Hell yeah, girlfriend.
Dear me.
Dear me! Oh my god! I'm gonna miss all this random NPC banter. People saying all this stupid horse shit. Let's talk to Brigitta.
The king himself out browsing the shops. Perhaps I need to draft up a royal certificate of appointment. Tell the world we supply goods to the royal family.
It's a little embarrassing.
Why stop there? You can give me a signed handprint to display on the walls. No, just my little joke. We're doing quite well even without royal endorsement. The igniter I made at the children's request, the one that lights up with rainbow colors, is selling startlingly well. The store was packed with families and children. I now hold a position where I control the distribution of all manner of goods throughout the kingdom as the head of the Igniter Consortium. Can't help but think if I had been in this position sooner, the church's violence, the tragedy of that village could have been prevented.
But
there's nothing you could have done at that time, Brigitta.
I know that. I only rose to this position once you became king and shed light on what lurked in the shadows of this country. Though you can't take full credit, as it were. I was nominated for my new position by my colleagues. Our new king has changed this country for the better. However, as a former arms dealer, it would be naive to think all weapons could ever disappear from this world.
The American problem.
It's all the more reason I hope that the reasons for people to wield them continue to decline. To that end, I'll continue to do all that I possibly can, with all that I am, just as you do.
Speaking of...
Ah yes, do you remember my dog? I found the ones who took her. Naturally, I considered ending their lives. But there she was, sitting beside them.
Ah!
Evidently, they could not bring themselves to harm such a sweet creature, so decided to keep her instead.
Oh my god. Plot twist. That's funny, because I realized we never found the dog, and I'm like, but we kept grieving over oh, she's definitely dead. And I'm just like, well, we didn't even find her. I was kind of surprised, but I'm like, well, okay, they're all just saying that is the case. I guess they just didn't want to show a dead dog, because that would have been mega depressing. And I'm like, okay, fair enough. But yay! They were trying to bamboozle us all along.
I had no choice but to spare their lives, considering a gentle dog to the atrocities they committed in her name. Just come play with us sometime. I'm sure she remembers you.
Yay! Happy endings. Oh my god, Yufa, you look so cute in your little thing and doesn't have eyes on it anymore.
Working as hard as ever, Bizzle. Were you going about town and listening to what the people have to say? Myself, I've just come from the Crown Court, where I've been consulting with the people about their grievances and disputes as Chief Magistrate.
Our court has the time for that?
Well,
court's taking on common grievances?
Yes, of course.
In the past, we were busy with cases of violence and theft, but those have decreased remarkably.
In truth.
As you're undoubtedly aware, in the past, many citizens were sentenced to hang without so much as a trial.
Alas.
I'm pleased to report things are different now. Anyone, regardless of race or status, can tell their side of the story in court and be judged equally and fairly. It just goes to show, anything is possible, even for a priestess to become a chief magistrate. And my brother is making great strides as village chief. He rather hated the role before, but he's truly found his calling, I think.
The reason is...
As I said, no one knows what the future holds. It's all the more reason I try to guide people to good choices. I want to live in a society that practices kindness, where those who suffer need not turn to crime, and so I practice what I preach.
Now that you mention it...
The other day I went to visit Ovi's church to inquire with those who are sick there about how the kingdom can be more accessible to them.
Was Ovi doing well?
Yes, we practiced dancing together, and then we showed her mother. All of them were ready to ease into walking again. Hearing them made me reflect on all the people who still need our help. Until now, the only hope those people had was God. I want to fight for them to have options under laws and systems that they can rely on in addition to higher power. A country where all the tribes with all their values can join hands in harmony. That's all we need. You aim to achieve that too, Your Majesty. Hope you'll allow me to keep walking alongside you in this.
No, marry me. Damn it. I was hoping you'd be married to me at this point. In the end, my stupid shithead idiot protagonist here was completely oblivious to all the romance and just decided to do the anime protagonist thing and be forever a bachelor as all these girls secretly love him and he does nothing. God damn doodly. Funny, I just realized. I looked until now for me to realize, look. Did you guys see that? Oh wait, if Gallica lands on my shoulder and I'm moving around and I'm on my sword and moving, she actually holds onto my shoulder. That's really funny. It was my first time noticing that. If you go too fast, she comes off. Oh, that's the last person actually. Oh, there's Denny.
Hey. Hello there, Your Majesty. It's great to see that you're doing as well as ever. Why have you married my sister yet? I've just left a meeting with the provincial lords. I also preach the Mustari teachings in various areas when the opportunity arises. Many still push back against such teachings. That's perfectly fine. Our country is well served by different perspectives. Many of the villagers have come around to this too, you know. I think that's because we are all faced with such danger on our behalf. Still, it won't be easy to change the entirety of Euchronia. Its history is embedded deep in its roots. The country is larger, and some people will need all the power you have. And the true test of your values has only just begun.
What's up, kiddo?
Ha! Are you surveying the city incognito, Your Majesty? Your escorts will be aghast. Not that I think anyone is truly capable of harming you. As you are aware, faith in the Sanctus Church plummeted after our misdeeds were exposed. I admit, we were arrogant and unjust, wicked in custom. But people have found salvation through the Church as well. I intend to restore the Sanctus Church to its true purpose, to offer salvation to those in need. As Sanctiarch, and as someone who is saved by the Sanctus faith myself, it is all I can do to return the favor.
Interesting. I actually gave him a position after all.
Alright then.
The Sanctiarch, huh? I guess he's essentially our new Forden. You still see some homeless people out here, right? It's not like everything is completely fixed. But there's no more dead bodies in the streets, right? Hippie bro!
What's the word, Your Majesty? Just one question, if I may. When are you gonna lower the booze prices in this country? I'm only Codnia. Haven't felt much like drinking till I black out so often anymore. After I entered the tournament, I really went through some stuff. I was acting a fool on the world stage to you too. Yeah. Regretful, you know? Can't speak for the rest of the country, but you done right by us Parapets. Got better than we ever did. Some chuckleheads out there still try to take their aggression out on us, but they're just venting probably. I'm sure you'll do something soon enough. Hell yeah, brother.
All right, let's return to the palace here.
We've heard all we can from the people. Should we head to where Maria is?
Let's go see her.
Reminds me.
Being here just sure brings back memories. Remember how we came here looking for Maria before the tournament for the throne? She was crying back then, though.
But
things are different now, though.
You can say that again. This country's turned around since then, no doubt about it. I'm sure there'll always be differences of opinion, but your ideals are really coming into fruition now. I can feel it. That reminds me, what's up with the book you're carrying around now? Is that the one you've been working on yourself? I'm excited to see what kind of fantasy you can conjure up.
I'm writing my own book, my own metaphor game, and then that will be the video game for the sequel to this game, right? Yeah, that's how this shit's gonna go.
But maybe that's not even the word for it. After all, if you're the one putting in the ink, that means you're going to make it the reality someday. Now then, Your Majesty, shall we get going?
Heyo, it's your boy. I'm back.
Oh, hello there.
Hello.
Oh, right. I suppose now I should call you Your Majesty. You know, I was just telling Papa, even through all that mess, everyone's really been working hard.
am I keeping my promise properly from back then?
Yes. You beat the villain, and now the city's full of smiles. And I'm sure Papa's smiling down on you too.
That's good. Hearing that from you really lifts my heart.
As joy see kids like her smile, the future changes slowly, and the burden of its momentum will fall on their shoulders one day.
Don't worry. I'll try to do my part with what I've got. I want to help everyone understand that the world could be a better place if we can join hands with one another. Miss Fabian's fed so many hungry people since things changed. Some of those people even said they found their place there. I think I did too. If we can all change together for the better like that, we'll be closer to your Majesty's and Papa's dream.
Place where I ought to be, a side of myself out of show. The path is never clear.
And I want to help with something too. I want everyone across the land to be able to smile.
Yes, I expect great things, my trusty advisor.
Yeah. Thank you, Your Majesty. Oh, thank you, Your Majesty.
We should be the ones thanking her. Feels like I can see the entire country's future in her smile.
The whole gang's here.
Everyone! Long time no see. How have you been?
As we find ourselves afield, I thought I might visit Alsace myself.
Hold on a tick. Those people there. Surely
not. Naturally, we're drawing attention. We didn't all have to go at once.
Needn't fuss, old thing. It's been too long since we were all together again anyway.
Yeah, fuck those people. Look it over it.
Lady Tuna, did you really come all this way in a runner? Could have asked His Majesty to pop over and bring you back with a teleport or two.
The unmitigated nerve.
Oh, it's fine. I wanted to take in our country as it is. It's definitely a little rougher outside the capital's walls. There's still traces of melancholia around, and the odd human roaming about.
We're sending soldiers out for every incident we can. But it's not easy to hear the voice of the people from more distant regions.
I guess it's obvious. But just because you're king now doesn't make you suddenly all-seeing.
A lesson I learned last year. In the end, I was blind to a great deal of this world. Never would have learned if I hadn't pushed out the door and seen it with my own eyes.
That's right, the capital could be a bit of a bubble. There'll always be more to do and learn beyond its walls. Everything is
A year ago,
green out there.
I would have just said we could fly over ourselves. I mean, let's be real. The capital isn't going to fall apart if we just sneak over for a little tour, is it?
Of course not. We specifically put precautions in place to keep things running.
Yet it has only been 1 year. We cannot be too complacent too soon, lest the dissidents seize on the opportunity.
There he is! Over there! See? I told you that's His Majesty, innit?
Oh my god,
Might have been a bit too obvious.
Oi there, Your Majesty!
You dare hoy the king, you swine!
Steady on, Hulkenberg, calm. You needn't draw steel on the poor fellow. We're the ones who indulged in this little day trip.
Your Majesty, thanks for all you do, really. Have to say, my life's a lot easier now.
And now I've got the power of a demon lord because he stopped sucking all our juice up into that big scepter. I can do this. Fucking just explodes.
There's more work to do every day, but we're in this together. We believe in you.
Everyone's so supportive. Kind of brings back memories from last year.
Rather. It's the sort of thing to get a chap all misty-eyed over the past. What a journey it was.
We really did just leg it up and down the country slaying dragons, eh? Can't believe we actually survived it.
They were dangerous times, but exciting ones too.
When we fought to appease the dragon god, I had no idea we would have to face another 4
Look at us bringing that shit up.
Nor I. Never thought the day would come when I'd be hailed as a dragon slayer. Huh. Life is full of surprises.
Right.
Result of believing my ideals no matter what may come, even back then. Even if the world's slow to change, the king's beliefs can never waver.
It was a hard road, but we did have fun together, didn't we?
Looks like we're drawing a crowd. Time to get back to work.
Indeed. A veritable mountain of tasks awaits us, and I will see it crested.
Let's go, team. Let's go, Team Metaphor! That's what I should say in that
And
moment.
not long after, the new year dawned.
Some days later. Should go see what that giant octopus is doing down there.
A journey? Are you really planning on leaving us?
Yes, fuck you.
There's more I have to see. With my own eyes.
You want to know what's going on in the world, huh? Well, I guess you are the king.
Sounds like fun, but a daily jaunt down to the slums is one thing, and a proper journey is quite another. You're a king now, lad. You've got the people's expectations on your shoulders. It's all right to just sit on your throne and mind the home front, you know?
I want to do what I can for the people. If that's not kingly, then the crown's just slowing me down.
Come on, this is no time for jokes.
Ever the fearless gadabout, eh? Well, I take your point, lad. Magla and the humans make a fine barometer for the anxiety still swirling in the country. So you go out and give it a proper survey, where it is and how much is there. If people can't face their anxieties, they can't keep their eyes forward. And if they can't do that, we'll have a bally hard time moving forward as a nation or a people. So you want to get a better grasp of it all. That's your most important duty as a ruler. That's what you're thinking, eh?
Right.
Even the most faraway future begins with the belief that it can be realized, so I'll press onward. It's the best I can do.
If that was your plan, you could have just said so.
Sounds like a fine idea to me. A proper spot of fun, besides. Wouldn't expect any less from our king and captain. Well, since I'm the bally court engineer, I've no choice but to come along. I'm the only driver fit to maneuver the Royal Skyrunner after all. And why, you're the Dragon Slayer King, bane of monsters all across the country. When I imagine what sort of wondrous encounters you've got next, well, I'm all agog. Yes, here begins our quest anew. Let us sally forth upon our... hello? Are you not listening to me?
Sire, you've really got to stop chasing these ideas all on your own. You'll be the death of us.
Once again, sire, I've asked you countless times to give word if you're to leave the castle. Such caprice.
Nurse, don't tell me you called for them beforehand.
Saved us a bit of time, eh? Though, hello, what's this? I count only 2 of the 6 partisans. Short a few spears.
For my part, I believe 'tis unrealistic for all of us to depart the capital together.
Oh, so you have no plans to stop our little adventure, eh?
Hulkenberg and I talked it over. We decided that if you insist on going, we'd rather go with you than stop you.
Are you sure about this?
I was thinking back to our last fight with Luis. So many people supported us, but not for any high-minded ideals or arguments.
They were supporting us because we were actively fighting a monster on their behalf. In the end, people make choices based on their personal experience and emotion. Even if decided justly and supported by prosperity, people may struggle to trust a king whose face they do not know. An invisible ruler is no cure for their fears.
Right. I'm not opposed to the idea of getting out into the world again. Really, it might be the wisest move to make sure you're a king everyone knows.
My friends and allies believe as I do, the sport's the greatest treasure I could have.
Still, this early into the new year, 'tis never a dull moment in your Majesty's employ.
Bit of a smaller party than we last set out with, huh? But it's a pleasure to be on the road again with you.
Okay, but can we really afford to have both our general and the Royal Guard's captain coming along for this?
'Tis natural course for the Royal Guard to accompany the king. And I trust my corps is not so feeble that it will fall apart in my absence.
We'll make it work. Got to learn to trust others and delegate, right? We'll just have to lead by example.
Right then, let's go.
You once heard my voice and answered a query in kind.
Yes.
Is fantasy a powerless creation?
Dad, is that you?
A timeless question. So long as life remains in the world, we seekers all shall search for our answer. But he will find his. Of that I am certain. And it is thanks to you for believing in and guiding him. That was the true purpose of my royal magic, you know. To seek and obtain guidance from denizens of a land beyond ours. A land that has not yet lost hope. And it was you who answered the call. Armed with your hope, armed with the power of fantasy, you rose in glory. Such courage, such whimsy, and yes, what thrills. You have my sincerest thanks.
Nico.
Feels familiar. It's been far too long.
Aye, the wind feels an echo of days past.
Unusually poetic for you.
They're awful, aren't they? They would have left us behind.
Well, I'm not certain we're in a position to talk, having followed straight after, saying we could just teleport back.
Well, hey, we figured the kids might want to change your scenery, like.
Oh, brought Maria. Yay.
Amazing!
Poetic indeed. That the scepter's absence restored order to Magla, and even greenery to the sands.
I'll say,
Cool.
I definitely like this view better.
Let's go.
We did it, guys. We did it. The end. Cool. And some wild music too. It's interesting though. At the end of this, we never really did get an answer about that, did we? The whole, I really expected this game. They gave you the option at the start, right, to name yourself, like name the character here, then name yourself, Nico. But I actually really had like that did not get used like at all in the game, like really. Like I got mentioned in a little book. They sort of like nod at you a little bit, but like I was really thinking like in the finale there, nothing. Literally never said my name once. It really didn't end up amounting to anything, did it? I mean, I feel like we didn't really get a ton of answers in that regard either. Like the friends that he brought up before, was it the friends of the king? I guess he meant like in his youth or something. And then who the hell was Nico? He said I brought you in at the end there, right? I called you from another world or something. So then how did that tie to the picture of the dude in that book and everything, right? And the legendary heroes of old. If I was just some random guy from another plane of existence or something? I don't know. I'm a little confused by that. I am still a little confused by that. I feel like that's like the one sort of plot point that kind of didn't really get addressed. Or if it did, I just don't understand it here at the end. Though maybe you guys can help enlighten me here if it's just like something I just missed. But yeah, guys, we did it, man. We did it. We fucking finally beat Metaphor and ReFantazio. I say finally because, man, this game was pretty long. It really was. This game really was like as long as like a Persona game in the long run. So yeah, I guess nothing left to do but to give my final thoughts here. It was awesome. It was a fantastic new take on some familiar ideas from Atlus, you know? It really was like them combining everything they've sort of done up to this point into something completely new and different. And I really respect them for doing that. It's funny, given how this game is with its name and its theming and everything, I'm actually not entirely sure that we would get a Metaphor 2. Only because this game is so like the term metaphor like is literally the theming of the whole game. And I don't know if they like could pull that off again, you know? It's like, it'd be one thing if it was called like archetype or something, right? Or hell, even you could say even call it like ReFantazio. But like the metaphor thing, because that's just like, that's almost like a plot device in a lot of ways, right? So much of this game was a metaphor for something else. So I feel like if they did that again and called it metaphor, you would expect it then to have that similar thing. And I feel like that would just be sort of like repeating itself in a way, if that makes sense. I suppose it's possible they could do it, and actually, you know what they could do? They could do it something else ReFantazio. That might be more what they could do if they do a sequel. Might not necessarily be called metaphor, just something else ReFantazio. That I think would make probably a little bit more sense. Like it's the ReFantazio series rather than the Metaphor series. But yeah, I think that in terms of like this game's story, I think the narrative they told here was easily the best that I've seen from Atlus. Easily. Probably the most mature characters that we've seen, with the fact that, you know, not everyone is like a fucking high school kid. We have some actual adults here. I'm like technically like the youngest one, really. The fucking Luis dude, I truly think he is the best villain that Atlus has made. He's awesome. I thought he was just from beginning to end a truly captivating force, right? I was slightly disappointed at the end that he just kind of died the monster, you know? And this is a personal thing. I really would have liked to if he got like a little moment, like kind of like Kuja got at the end of Final Fantasy IX, where he sort of like can communicate with us one last time. And I'm not even saying that he needs to fully like capitulate or say like, oh, you guys were right after all. Just like leave with doubt, but leave us with something, you know? Just a moment to see where he isn't the monster, right? Because I feel like he isn't really a monster, right? That's sort of the point. The real monster of this game, the real like bad guy is Fortin. He's easily the most evil character in this game. But Luis is kind of also a victim in a lot of ways. I mean, is he a good guy? No, definitely not. Just a fucked up shit. But with the true belief that he's actually like making the world better, right? It's a fucked up idea, a fucked up concept, but you know, I feel that he wasn't really like a true, like truly terrible person, right? An irredeemable person. I just wish that at the end they'd sort of given that like a little bit instead of he really just kind of like, you know, he just got kind of nuked. He just turns into a human after all of the all that energy and just kind of dies. But that's like a minor gripe. Overall though, again also his death still being a little bit of a stretch for me, and like him coming back essentially, but every scene he was in was just fantastic. But I also would say the same for all the social links to this game. Like legitimately, I don't know if I could say there were any duds here. Like they were all pretty fantastic, and the overall quality of them were also, I think, a step above even like Persona 5. And Persona 5 was also the game I think that also had some of the best social links up till now. Like I really like the social links in that game, but I think these ones are actually even better. I really do. I think it was really, really fucking impressive. I really also enjoyed the gameplay of the game. I liked the added ability to just be able to kill like weaker monsters, right? And everyone essentially being the wild card and being able to switch whenever was also pretty cool. I think I would have liked it if they had allowed for us to be able to switch to more than one archetype in a fight instead of just being locked to one. I'm not gonna say they need to necessarily give us like every archetype. That could be something that maybe they do in the future if they come back to this series, but I think giving someone like a loadout of like 2 or 3 archetypes that they can just hop between would be nice. But they also sort of alleviate by letting you be able to switch party members out. So if you just give her on a roll, you'll probably be good, but just sort of a thought. I did like the gameplay of the game. I will say though, and I'm like sort of trying to think about like, do I think this gameplay is better than Persona at its peak, which for me is P5, right? I don't know, actually. It's definitely different. And one thing I appreciate about this game, I generally found this game to be way harder than any Persona game. And I liked that. I actually did enjoy that. I really didn't feel the need to go off normal until I became like a god at the end because I just grinded a bunch of archetype experience and everything, right? But yeah, like before that, dude, like you get ambushed, that shit, it could be a game over pretty easily, even on normal mode. I was pretty happy with the difficulty in this game, and it wasn't, and it really didn't hit a point where the game just got way too fucking easy, right? Until again, I got to the point where I could actually like start truly like breaking the game in half. Like they really do kind of gatekeep you in some ways, and I think in some ways that can be kind of a negative, but at the same time, it does allow at least the challenge to continue pretty much all the way to the end. But I don't know if do I like what they do here more than the usual fare of Persona and like how they handled stuff in P5. There are aspects of this game I would love to see come over to the Persona series, like being able to attack enemies on the overworld and everything. But I don't know. I actually don't know. I don't actually know how I feel in regards to that. I really have to think on it. I don't think I would say it's better, but I don't know if I would say it's worse either. It might still be sort of like tied. It's just different, you know? Oh, hey, I'm about to get my wish. There's me.
I shall never know.
I just had to bitch a little and wait at the end of these credits. Look, guys, it's me. It's my picture back there.
In your eyes, I know our journey was ultimately a fiction. However, I hope your memories of this fantastical adventure burn as bright in your reality. I hope the promise of our world echoes in you. With all my heart, I hope that fantasy gives you strength.
Oh, still going. Thanks, Dad. Oh? So that's the Caradrius, right?
Look at that. The rubble's just bait for tourists now.
I never expected a view like this.
Let's see it all. Let's see the world.
Yeah.
A new journey now beckons. In days of Eld, the people prospered and perished in turn. Struck by their ways, I wrote a book of my dearest ideas. A tale of fantasy. In my vision, they placed their trust, and so the kingdom breathed new life.
The strength to believe in the unknown, that can change everything. Without a doubt, you will face all sorts of trials ahead. But carry onward with all your heart. Onward, fearless, into a world unknown.
Thanks, Mom. Fantasy lives on. Unless suggesting that, oh no, it's going to the new game plus. By saving your clear data, things can transfer over as is to a new game. You can transfer currently owned items with some exceptions: money, mag, royal virtues, scanned enemies, memorandum, archetype status, and total playtime. Sure. You see how though see on the title screen here it's the shape of a head. Cool. Oh, the what? Am I drunk? Or maybe it was always this way. I remember this. This actually has different sound effects on here. And you click this and it makes it. Yeah, I mean, that might not be anything. Maybe it's always been that way. 140 hours when it took me to beat this game. Granted, I also did some grinding and extra shit. I mean, if I really just crit pathed it, obviously it would have been a lot shorter, but this is about as long as what a fucking Persona game would be. I mean, it wasn't as, I mean, Persona 5, I think was like 200 hours or something. Persona 5, I mean, vanilla too. Oh God, Royal would be even longer. I wouldn't be surprised if this game does get some like metaphor extra Royal Edition, right? Just because that's just what Atlus always does. Maybe they restore the Mage Academy or something, you know, in some way. Or they'll add some post game thing after on his journey here. Because I don't really think that indicates a sequel, like that part there at the end, in terms of like following this story immediately after. Because a lot of this story, like a lot of what the story is uncovering the mystery of like what's going on and who you are and everything. So I don't think they can't really like, other than just like just give us people to talk to, more stuff to do, but like that mystery is just gone now. I think they would tell a totally different story. But yeah, I think the characters, I think the party members in this game were awesome. I think that the gameplay overall was also really fucking good. I did really enjoy the archetype stuff and be able to expand and get new ones and like act as new classes essentially. And the Royal Virtues was pretty awesome once we finally unlocked it. Music was fantastic as well, exceptional. I still personally wouldn't have put it over Rebirth, but you know, that's a cell of subjective. But it's still really fucking good. I think I still would probably also say I personally prefer the music of Persona as well over this music, but I mean, it's the same composer. But I still think the music of this game is excellent, of course. Again, personal taste. So what didn't I like though? Like, it's really like a lot of things that like I really praise this game. I think this game really is exceptionally great. Like, this is definitely I think a 10 out of 10 kind of game. But what things did I not like specifically? I do think that some aspects of how they tell you things in the game, certain tutorials and stuff, I do think they could have done a better job of sort of explaining. I think there would have been a number of things that I would not have realized I could do if you guys hadn't told me. I mean, that could just be me, and I just see some things where like people were just like, Nico, I figured that out immediately. So again, can't really talk about myself here, but I do think there were times where I don't know, I think things were not made super clear. I'm not gonna say this about all things, but certain things like, oh yes, you have to travel to a place to hang out with a party member that wants to hang out because they can only want to talk in the ship. But you can essentially negate having to waste a day if you just travel to some random fucking city and then do this thing. You know, it's like, I guess you say that's part of the nuance of understanding how the structure and schedule stuff works. And in the end, of course, I managed to do everything and I had time to spare, but you don't really know that when you're playing, you know? So it's nice, it can just be frustrating and be like, oh, well, that's how this works, or I don't know. I think I just found the notion that I had to talk to them while we're traveling to be kind of annoying. Like, I just wish that wasn't a thing we had to do. I also think that a lot of the dungeons in this game, especially the side ones, are really they get repeated way too much. There was like 3 dungeon archetypes in this game that just get basically repeated again and again. And generally how they're kind of laid out is just the same, you know? It's just like, okay, it's like there's secret tunnels generally, stairs, and a bunch of enemies, and that's about it. There's no real puzzles or anything. And to be honest, even the main dungeon areas didn't have a ton of actual like puzzles to solve, other than like pull this switch to open this door or hide from this giant baby for a bit. I don't know, I feel like in comparing the actual like main dungeons of this game, they did feel a little bit like a step back design wise from the palaces of Persona 5, which I remember having a decent amount of like, oh yeah, there's actually like, you know, you're gonna kind of figure some shit out here, right? But I do respect that each one, at least when we got to those main dungeons, those were pretty different from each other, right? And how they were structured. With the first one being a pretty classic one, Martera being split up into 2 different ones, Brawlhaven being sneaking onto the Caradrius and everything. Like, that was cool. I actually think those were pretty great. It was really most of the side dungeons that got really repetitive. But I still think overall, in terms of the actual like things that you were doing in those dungeons, right? There was good variety, but I feel like the actual like puzzle stuff was still pretty minimal. And I like good puzzles personally. Like, I like having to think some when actually making my way through areas, because it makes me feel like I'm big smart, you know? But again, at the very least, it had really good variety for the main stuff, and that's important. I also do feel like the enemy variety too really started to kind of show its face by the end, where like, dude, seriously, we fought like 5-6 different types of the Cyclops enemy, like 8 different types of that fucking dog, like 10 types of this fucking bird thing. It's like, you know, after a while, you're just like, dude, man, like we're like this next crazy creature we gotta hunt. Oh, it's just another variation of this fucking bird thing. Like, they don't have the same impact as like the demons of Shin Megami Tensei or Personas or whatever, right? It's just kind of like, yeah. Definitely reminds me a bit of like Persona 3 and 4 when you're dealing with just the shadows. There are also some minor story beats and some pacing problems that I found, especially towards the sort of like later parts. I think the assassination of Luis scene was fucking amazing and stuff, but there was a point there where so many story beats were happening just back to back to back to back to back that I felt like we needed something to sort of give us a break in between. And I think that clearly there was going to be a dungeon with Rella, right? Going to the Mage Academy and everything. And I think that would have helped a lot to alleviate some of that pacing there. I also think it just would have been really cool because then we also probably would have found potentially like academia, but like more isn't there, right? I think that would have been really sick, actually. It'd be kind of like in Bloodborne when you come across the Nightmare House or whatever, right? With the doll, but it's not actually the place that you go to. I mean, obviously the game didn't need to be longer, right? It was already pretty fucking long. But in terms of just the pacing of the actual story and everything, I do also think, and this is a pretty minor thing, but I do sometimes feel like sometimes I feel like we're kind of spinning our wheels in place. Like so much of like, especially the end here where we're like, man, I gotta go talk to fucking everybody again. It's like just to basically reinforce what we already kind of knew and got from their stories originally. Like it's nice, and I did it, of course, but at the same time, I also feel like, I don't know, there is a small part of me that almost wanted to just go, fuck it, I just kind of want to move on. Like, I already know we already kind of know what they're gonna say. It's nice to hear it, but I feel at the same time, we didn't really glean any new information. It was just like, all right, but really though, remember all that shit we did and everything, right? And I don't mean the post-time skip, I meant the first one, the one before that. We did like in the last episode. I think the time skip one was fine because that's like, because we're getting what happened after all this time. But the other one was just like, man, those social links we did together were so grand, right? Let's talk about all that shit we did. I get it. It was a nice victory lap, but I think there are moments like that in this game where sometimes we're like talking so much about the things we did, even in the main story, where we're just like, I don't know, we're kind of talking a lot about it, but we're not actually going anywhere, if that makes sense. And that again is based, I could not give you a specific example, just more of a feeling at times. It's actually the same thing I felt like with Trails at times, where sometimes we're just like I love hearing these characters talk, I do, but sometimes you just feel like, all right, things got to move a little bit, right? And sometimes it feels like we're just spending time talking about like, all right, well, we have to do this thing. We have to stop Luis because he wants this thing and he's doing this. Yes, and this guy says, and we have to do this. My belief in my ideals and this, and these are my ideals. And when it's like, I know these are your ideals. We don't have to say them again, if that makes sense. There were definitely, I think, a few moments of that throughout this game. I think there also is a small part of me that wishes that the world wasn't just like icons on a map. Like we actually could have like run around it a bit more, you know, with like maybe a slight Xenoblade-esque style of being able to go around a big open environment instead of very tiny little zones. But that, I know it's a selfish kind of request. I also will say, I do think the performance also on console is pretty abysmal. Like, holy shit. It's funny how even when I switched to 1080p here, the game is still chugging in spots. It's just like, man, this game is not optimized great on console. But honestly, like, that's kind of it. Like, I really think this game is generally like fucking amazing. And it definitely would have made my top 5 from last year, almost certainly. So, unless something truly like just I get a bunch of other shit this year that's just gonna blow this out of the water, I think you can probably expect this will show up on my top 5 for this year instead. Where it'll be, I don't know. The year is still young, but it's an exceptionally fucking good game. Now I know the question that a lot of people are gonna ask me then, well, Nico, did you like this game more than Persona, or your favorite Persona game, which would be Persona 5? And I think right now it's hard to say because honestly they are so different from each other. Despite having so much in common, this game doesn't really have the life sim aspect of what Persona does. Like you still hang out with your social links and stuff, and you know make choices about how you manage your time. But there's no like going to class. There's no exploring like a city or running an errands or working jobs. Really, it's mostly just like campaigning, which I think was really cool. It's a great change of pace, right? So the game is really different. I think my gut though, like my sort of instinct though, is that I don't think it was better than Persona 5. Like I don't know if by the end of it, did I like this game more than Persona 5? There are aspects of this game I do like more than Persona 5, but I think there are aspects of Persona 5 that I like more than this game too. So right now, I think they might sort of be in a similar area though. So that does show. I mean, you guys know how much I fucking love P5. It's like probably one of my top 10 games of all time. So I mean, this game could potentially be up there as well, because this really was very impressive, especially for a new IP from Atlus. Like it might be up there. I don't know. I really have to kind of sit and think about like sit on my thoughts on this game, right? And how I'd feel like in the long run. Sometimes it just takes some time before you can really come to a conclusion on that. But right now, my thoughts are, I think this game was exceptional. And I think I like it potentially as much as Persona 5. At least that's how I feel after having just finished it. Oh yeah, one thing I didn't also praise and I want to bring up too is I think the twists in this game and the actual like surprise moments in this game are actually really good too. Like I really liked them and I thought they were handled well and they didn't feel like super fucking obvious. Even that twist at the end that Moore was actually my dad, like actually just completely dumbfounded me. But even it's funny here, even at that tail end thing, they brought my name again. They did, but they still didn't really elaborate too much more on that. I think maybe that's one thing I kind of was hoping to see. I really thought at some point in the game I was gonna get like some kind of mind fuck with that, right? Where they were gonna be like Nico and say some shit, and it was gonna be like like some fourth wall breaking thing in that way. But granted, we did definitely get some meta stuff at the end here, but not in the way I was thinking. I feel like that whole plot point really didn't actually amount to much, but I still think the plot that was here was excellent. Maybe it's something that got cut in the process, who knows? But yeah, guys, I hope you all enjoyed what ended up being a hefty fucking Let's Play. Holy shit, over 40 episodes. Some of them were long episodes too. I'm playing this game for months now, man. But I hope you all enjoyed this fucking epic series as much as I did. If you did, please do leave a like and a favorite. It really does help me out. And hey, if you haven't already, why not consider subscribing? Becoming a picky penguin aboard the SSLP, where the days are always sunny and the vids are always funny. Come on, if you haven't already, why not? Come on. You stuck with us this whole time and you still haven't subscribed. Come on. You clearly must enjoy something here. Whether it's these great games that I play or my insanely stupid commentary. But I don't know what I'm playing now after this. Like, 100 Line Last Defense is obviously gonna happen, but that's still like kind of a ways away. We still got like a little over a month before that game actually is here. So I'm gonna have to find some stuff to tide us over in the meantime. Because Trails is also probably not that far from ending as well. So definitely have to find some stuff to potentially tie us in till that game comes out. Maybe I'll have some one-offs in between. I don't know, I'll have to think about it. But guys, thank you so much. I will say the journey of this game has been a delight. It really was a pleasure to be a part of this game's like launch and seeing some behind the scenes with Atlus. I really hope that they continue to do that. I would love to be a part of any other like big RPG launches. Like when they eventually get around to Persona 6, holy shit, I would be so fucking happy and thrilled to be part of that game's like pre-launch that I was with this game. Because it was really a joy, and I'm just happy to see that this game ended up truly living up to the hype and ended up being something really special, you know? And thank you to you guys for just hanging out with me and enjoying this journey with me. It's always a pleasure. It's always good to see people enjoying something as much as I am, you know? Anyway, guys, as always, till next time, stay classy!